megahertz na sana frequency ni dem so dem
Okrah ko Okrah no and then sem no makeka bi.
okay me da se obrempong eni mefi ase dia ena no pay kuda a ye prebusu me ni da to so do esian no me di Daily Post ena be fi ase Daily Post asema ode aba ma me mfi soro ho mfa mra down until o say government IMF reach staff level agreement over ECF program, $370 million to be made available by fund. Uchem say, Ubeka ya bank did down no.
Yes.
O mampanyin did da Akufo-Addo ni MPP for. Uchem say Ghana ya economy ni majegu. It was say IMF, International Monetary Fund for. Ebe so yang asenti. What's the sabisi ya yeri kwa kujone na $3 billion.
Yeah.
Nti sa $3 billion wonga chichem Jessica baba ni se bia one na wodi bia wodi sika na ba mo wonga chichem kakra ebeba wodi beso ya ganse bi be ko electricity bi be ko hana eti this time around na bank fufura ba nti nura na woko nhiem ema ora Stephanie Rudot no no ye IMF one chief mission to Ghana odi enim woko shia Ghana young photo samfo Dr. Kasiala to force and a governor Dr. Johnson Esiama koye nhiem ewo nura Ghana ahwe yehwe yansika sem so enti nkomo twetwe ne nyina kromo chem so nhihye a wodi gugu akwemo no o Ghana yenge di super penti sika asanga be o de be mayen $370 million.
And this is the fourth tranche. I think say you call IMF.
Yeah.
Fourth tranche of year ba.
Yeah.
Okay.
And tu hwem for ni na da Daily Post anim na say young photo samfo Dr. Kasiel atu forcing on say na osere kama you enti say wodi be Ghana economy ni ye enti e wo Daily Post mu nya bia ubetumi akenkan asem kese na no pay Daily Post dey aba obrempong sa bre nhihye gugu akwam a wo say o man Ghana yentemu afo panyin Chief Justice.
Yes.
What's the nipe be the petition akoma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ze onyini evefrio according to Daily Post o se na nye na mbo na sa ade ni fiase o na o mampanyin eye Akufo-Addo
ni breso
krampo no na nipe bi krampo di petition koma ne ze onyini evefrio ente na woni na ni na wori su na den na
ba ne se na ase eno no ehwa madede ase yan hyeda nte ho asem sa
on se ka so ngofo no ade ma ni ba o be hyeda katakata so o ma kita so mumu aso sa wo ma yehu ni ereko
okay
so ho enti yo say ya ne appoint no ade na mudi petition bebazi wonyi ni free ho enti according to Daily Post no o say majority leader Honorable Ayariga expresses former AG's Godfrey Dame and the leaked letter shows that Akufo-Addo started processes on petition for removal of Chief Justice Tokonu.
Ana fede ne siya.
Na say wonga bresuto no start this processes no. Eso wonga kata so na wo bese wo beka.
Na say siya na mami enye na oye say ase ohun bi kura dai. Enti your friend is saying time for the petition come on for me and saying the petition come on President His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na obai na fama me na ne mami hwem mami kan de mami nanson na me fen ko kan President say me
man 10 days
enti onu mi say 7 or the man anka wantimi amfa nko
enti na Chief Justice nankasa ohunu say nkrofo na oni wo ye adwuma nankasa then AG ene abang nankasa no wo hu ye hu onipa hu ye ogugu seku onya wa baye no wonim se obeyi no wankasa won aplani o nso won ahyeda na wo se wonka enti yenya because no wonim se wo be lose elections no
Professor Azan
Kwaku Azan yeah
on this petition ko and no ka so man to me establish any prima facie
okay
and any base ne na sem ni basis I remember my Akufo-Addo be ka say any basis bi anti no yentumi enyina na sem na wa kan so emfa nyino
okay
enti sa sem no de omo boto twene and enti na mo boto twene be no so it was something na omo de betu you say petition bi aba a free asomasi but ya establish any prima facie bi asem na omo kan ye no omo enya basis
bia evidence bi any ho okay enti na man ba na sa
enti na ba na
yo mate
enti ehun sem wo Daily Post mo
okay
asem for Daily Post dey about him said suspect arrested in illegal sale of Ghana High Commission property in Nigeria for $1.5 million. Ochem said nipa bia wo susu se person ngofa kuntu na se ekoto man Ghana yenga japade ewo Nigeria o chim say sabrede won a kire no nipa no yanga japade o manga na yanga na musi biai a ewo Nigerian ye le mo ka say ko pese ko to
amoton
debio na nko pese so
ne dia
enwuma o say the then ranking member of Foreign Affairs Committee of Parliament Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa now Foreign Affairs Minister ebe kai se sabre ni mo no abangde da bresu no o manga na yenga japade ahoro ewo amanone no nipa bi pese wo tuntum bi na no ko benisa
atonton na ekoso no enye Ghana hangwa ekodu se amanone be bia Ghana niema wo nyina ye koton ho
na udi na unim se o manga wo ankasa kwa wonya wanga obeto kasanga ma kudisa wonya wanga ankasa obeto eti na nyeizo eti Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa chrem se sani pe wanga kire no wonga fiase ere ye hwehwe mu ne nyina mu no se omampanyin Mahama na bangi wonga sinkete kirem se yenga japade biara no enya de se beton tinto wonga twaso te na me fesi wo Daily Post mu o se Ghana said to attract $1 billion tech investment to create jobs in some Ora Sam George and waka sa asemi o kirem se enche 1 million coders no wobepa hontama na wo hwe nu se omangana investors nkuto no the best $1 billion aba beshim
no na youth na mo yes coding ejima no wow nice one ama poma chicheku me mo akwa bankasa
vejo so bra
ho ye de
nyame adome ho ya no pe na so e
ahoden ho ya sorry de ye so ma ni sa ye nto aso
e ma yesu
ma rade
ye to aso na pe fa the chronicle the bokrata nto aso na anope watwamfo ni dia ba yera dodo na friend Kinzuba wono na akwa asantemantem a woye meyo ya wo ho ne mfoni wo de ato de bokrata enim no se asantemantem adwedifo ya wo mota ba kwa ho ebedi dwa no wo muntie ni ye o ya asode asobrache na asisa niema besi kwan finfin se ho na obedi dwa ne ye kasa tu na wuntu a wono ankasa bedwam betwea ba no wasiba mo pa na mo amhwade amopini ho e wasante bantem no se ese de wasembra ne ye adwuma ase ye wo mo saa na saa e no mabegu kwan ho na wo mo di dwa ya ebewie eche na nsusanso nso e pozi e de ma wo mo ankasa ne Ghana fo nyina no na akwakoye nsem bebre nti no ani nkita odi ahodo bia odi ye e no de sanse mu ya to dwa wo se wo mo nso wo wa nantwie ni ade no aya wo mo jeja nantwie no mo ba efie be kuro mu e be ha adwene no se wo ya wo de uja nantwie mu ane ba ebe ni nem kromu a wo hwehwe no a ya abra eyi pepper soup no a ya body ama freezers
we dey over bi mre
eni duafo ne nkwan nim no so omo anam no omo nya benwe nti se omo free nam saade a omo de be ye dwa eba ne nkwan ne wom no omo ani twetwe mu a yede ma ne duafo ama omo die enti wo mo jeja omo na ntwe kuma se no omo ponchi omo nwa no
eba ne se be ha dire o na ntwe bo okro bi etimi akosa no mo
ene ni se
menem kro bi wo yin so na omo pese ka bo odwan na amonche no omo teta high street mo anu be jiro high
eso omo ka omo ba kwan ni
omo omo
wo se soja no se nyomo no meku no
akwa bi na soja ni bi da bia soja ni bi say the girlfriend abani finti no watch the girl no na soja ni di na ye one day bi na akwa ti no hwa na soja ni na akukọ bi nam ni dan mo say oh makukọ soja ni ba so makukọ bi ayere say akukọ no ono da gban
poma onim sa nkomo yi akoso e wo Kumase KM Kinzuba ni nsema wa hya ase de ibai mefo aso pa ba bia na kire madwen kakra ye ma abo no
okay
ye ma menom but me dwene ho kwa kire nso a ye oman no sade yetie no edu bia bia ye hia this
o se Bible ne kra ka se tere se akwala na so eden a ye mfa tere ba tere no nti se wanyina bedum pempenso e na ho te kwan mu di ya e ho nye onim se Kumase aheda ye dwade ama adwadifo no se wo so mo move ko dwade still o mo move ko even den kran ha kra no ya ye dwa ayi ko circle no ne ade edwane wo ho
eso ma pia ba betina kwan ho
edwane wo ho
pavement ne nam so no ma sekete ede mpaboa ne ma mu dogo so
he na ye Ghana fo so ka ho bi because nantie kakra be nantie re adwane ko di dwante ne ye beto kwan no obi so nua be betina kwan ho ne aton de wo kwan ho so no be ba nti yeti ase se ha ne market ya designate se yemra ha medi dwa wo ton chen ya na wo fa nchen ya emra bedi wo a ke nyina so ebetua boa bia ma adwuma na nkoye ma abobiem so
amonhwe na ma
onko nanim onko ni sa oh ye hear the same Kinzuba wakra onko onpim ko nanim
ha dwen wakra
oh mi say on hyamukina say
omo ma no
onye ni sa
e we aso de amini se kuma se beautiful ai omo be park
no me say 2 weeks no wa ma no
yeah the same thing
wa mo park na mu medu su no mo nko ya ma na
wow ni pass you
eh no kra akra eh adwene
ni pass you
adwene na krom ntimi nna ho choki ni fi ni nipa wa ya ma kwan se eti
obi mesi utimi ndam krom ni epia ugu for because care ba na obi ni emesi ho nipa ne mpesa wo betia ne ba bia me nso me fe ho na ka yifa ye se benya de ma
ama to aso
ya to aso chronicle de bokrata no a emu a wode mfoni aba ya wo kye se boko na ba enam eye ne kasama fo ne mpedifo awro so atwe krata de ama IGP so mo da na senano ne nsra hwe ya wode bepie mu boko ye te nkrasa posifo ne maburu no bi de abo ani metu akasa ne de keka ho na IGP antina so otu anamo a oba boko na no be kasa ye no wo mo cha wo mani so anamontu a watu ne ho asembe de bokrata e de aba betu dwa ha aban so enkita odi a wadie e de fa go fields da my phone wo mo ka ho wo mo lizia ye se ye renew ma wo mo ho nsem abane no so no pen the chronicle de bokrata no e de emunsem bi e de aba ha Togo foreign minister so anope wo no so nam ya ebibre mu ye true history no wo chire mu nti anope wunya the chronicle de bokrata ni bia eno so e wo saa eye ensem ni mu
okay
mami fa daily graphic into aso na IMF nsem no ene fe omanga na abang no ode aba wo enim ha fe kratafaito so ebiesa no nsem no tu aso mu ye ni saa graphic mu ye ni saa minimu ni asem biara aha munyani sa mfama me de bia ene sa me peka so ngo edit bia o lovely eti daily graphic de aba eni ma na bo no government IMF agreement brings in $370 million lovely manage eti wom ho katafeto so du ebiesa daily graphic mu ena ode aba bia wo say gold board revokes gold dealers licenses enti no so e wo ha no mtunya bia obetumi akenkan no a ene yenua okasama for di ma gold board eye oru kwamka kwam and in the coaching come lovely. Kwam chire mu kama and daily graphic de aba okata feto so de biesa eti ba bifa daily graphic mu sem no
ensi wa
ba menwie wo the Ghanaian Times your bokrata ani mu no no so fa asasem ne bi ba ntie moso ebiem na foforo ye wo mu ye wokota malioma ntifido mantam no ahenkro mu amane ne se nsuo ho asem akwa atwe ne gusua ye hawo e de ma de hye ma se wo hwemfoni a watwade ato ha ye se ma ne kodwedwe eye tade ana adamu a awewie ne bi wo mo fefe nani ase a no makonya nsuo kakra no masa no mababa ne makoya ho metesem e ho asem ha ne so kopie mu obupiala ene ne potemu amanfo ho de mo bre pa na hwekwan mo fa so munya nsuo no a ye no mfoni bi na no pe watwa ode ato eye the Ghanaian Times e bokrata na name Blue Water Guard for wo mo nsu apa mo ho ntuma sei wo mo na ebe abekọ no makwa akohwe nsuo na enu me hu sai bi se acrophobia command size o mo kowia eye sika o mo koye no ena wo mu tira nye ye so wo mu fi so wo mu to nsuo mu adwane se wo mu to mu ateche nti wo mo koye nko ena se de edo a wo yenu ti Blue Water Guard
o ye picture ni ye twa wo na
o wa
edinyo
etino eno enti Water Guard for say so mu adwuma ye but nke wo so mu sua nsuo mu adwane wo mu sua afro mu nsuo adwane
o ye
nsuo na dani afro
eno ye very serious pa because omo kwa kohwe ye nsuo so eni ade but omo mu de ne se omo be bo aben keke
okay
etu ni medware enkuto nsuo
obasa na training ni yamfa omo enware nsuo man kan
eno de
ma omo tete no nti megidi se de omo fasa
aye nsuo ni de
ha
na 4 weeks
because galam say for obi betumi ado nsuo ni mu asuko nti wa
obi betumi atomo osu obi pie circle
uri jai etino e wo se usunya strategy
na osu di be face yo
nti anope ni nsema foforo bi na eye Ghanaian Times e bokrata na de bai
Obrempong
Akra
oru aba ko ye friend no efu osunyan
okay
ohwe ya wakofa ni phone etwa video de asede efu osunyan NDC party officer efu ya nano pay ya mu achi ye pa ya da sese de biara da ohwe ye nyame ochira mu nyina
nice one ama poma chechekuni Akra ko vida ko
lovely
madam ase anabe I wish I had power 97.9 FM. I feel live on TVSYZ. Dwaboase Jumedie and the Gusu Somono. If it's Abre and Copim said 10 a.m. Abebo and Chevia na Agudi Munsem Woman so about betena na de ekoso wo metimi de asome yen. But before that no, yen call Let's Talk Educational Consult obisia. Me kan okra bi de akere me se sabre baby a ewiase aduro no. Ade ba ko ase wo ehunu bi wo abrabo mo ebetimi aha pa education. Na education nso se wunya ne foundation no na asase no aye se wunsi dan na o foundation 1 to ye wo betimi esidan no mesoro afefefe mo aboso eda ensuo ana bibi be wo so kakra bi no eda ni nyina betimi adwirego eno nti ena no pay me kanfo eye Let's Talk Educational Consult the amount na fa busia de etie na etie. Let's talk something can show say education eye preschool and elementary no eye from 6 months ekopem eye 6 years wo ba no wo bomode na wo de ne ba wo mo beje no na wo bomode ama ne tete pa ama ne suahunu ade bia wo besua ne obehunu de wo se wonya ne onyini be ye panyini pa ana ne foundation e wo ne school wo kom no etimi ye kama no wo mo de adom no na bibi biara etimi ye kama e de ama no eti abusia sabre yi wo de wani ba be kire eye Let's Talk Educational Consult now the obana ko ho kwakwa gentiti pa wo mo san ye all year round eye school with no vacation and obana betimi akobi wo bereko a adwuma seminti akekere wo ana kwantuo niema bi na wunya bre mfema mofra no be ba cho mbeje no atete no ama ntete pa wanyina ba be ye panyini pa ade ama wo mo gina eye INDEC curriculum no any Montessori ade akere mofra na de wo kwampa so na obana nyina tima ba be ye panyini pa fa obana ko no nko ka eye LTech family ne ho Saturday nso ma hye school kama memene da biara ade ama mofra no wo ma pempanyifo a wo ma kwadare adesua mu no mo nimde asuande no mo di bia dom mofra no e wo entrepreneurship mu public speaking technology and art ni nyina wo betimi di asomo ba no na fei watimi a very equipped won adesua wo sua mo. Let's Talk Educational Consult e wo Station Ngwa Estate eye Mango Street number betimi afro so 0249 069 281 0249 069 281 0249 069 289. Let's Talk Educational Consult or say building the future through children. And I pray so make can for some sign in the capsules the amount. Me say also yade yade wa bia e betena wa bra boso pe na de wani je nyina agira efri say ekura ato yem na wuntimi fedro nkotare so e ba chawo e yade hadwene yi pa enti anopai haksa me sign in the capsules eno ana me bedi ho adanse yama wo bra wanhunu say sansosunu yeyi e daddy wo nipadua mo say ye weight loss and a loss of appetite, acid reflux, belching, bloating, chest congestion, any chest pain, nausea, any heartburn, dizziness, anemia, lower back and flank pain. Pain before or after eating, blood is too. If I just send you so we shall see so be wo nipa duamo pe na eye osa ya de one on ebo okoko ebo nka ye se sabre de wa ba betena wone wo na eba betena enti wo behwehwe aduro a ebebeko de atiasa ya de wa yi a abusua ebe je kurojin kura eye hexamisa ene ne capsules ana me kan for de ama na no pay FDA agi sankrato yatum se eye se wo benom na timi asa wo yare na mo batan ana wo ba wafa nyinsan wo ma bofra nufo abofra woni mfie dumieno me ba cho hexamisa ne capsules no wonka ho enti hwe no wanfa wano ankoka bi wo benya bi e wo pharmacy shops nyina mu ne kankan eye Okanshi Drug Lane Repatch Ventures and Hallows afi Madina Cash Pharmacy Tema Little George Community 2 Kaswa Ducat Pharmacy na open dudu doso puo no watu dia me pa cho numbers a obetimi afreni 0240 238 310 0240 238 310 and now 0203 822 855 0203 822 855 Haxamisa and the Haxa capsules and your all satan for Bisu Brena son say aguprama son sem agudiamun sem ye betimi aba na yedi aba ababe some more sabre de kwajo fosu fandi I ready fandi me mo akwaba
MK over information so
na o to say
be fantastic
why fresh be a kokama
of course
utim renew
o me team and na me team na ebo
now also
dramatic say course no
Champions League
emma me hu say ene no
ene hwan
come back ni be adwuma
hwan
Madrid ni Arsenal boy ende and then come back and wait my age come off.
Now almost I nas na be Madrid a few.
The infa and the NC.
Ah, we are sure.
NC. Now when do when you see I can think Barcelona for the small team who can
go move him.
On go nearby and I had Dortmund for we say oh Charlie Yanka say share what they say.
No
Infa my and the more
but and never Arsenal be Madrid.
NC.
I said yeah we are yes and
come back and oh boy.
Into Madrid baby.
And wait my boy did really have voice amount.
And then win to measure match now.
Of course.
Can be aso. Gables man in common.
All right, thank you. Report to be a question. Samuel Sagresia Bono said power morning sports on Yan Shetney and found someone else. Dwaboase Chimede says power 97.9 FM. And I will so ocean come and someone adores me dedicated to and never come out with me at TB Kamakan and rebel room or the Ghana Football Association director or meeting a check a pickups and my RFA chairman's name who seminar and so ever Sasa Gaka et me eco PM et me Adam who watch a GFA president who says nyina yede ma e shows outstanding matches ni bi e wetimi abaso the Ghana Premier League coaches ni bi any players ni bi enso etimi akase drata okopiem wa no the UEFA Champions League etimi eko said the Barcelona o metimi qualify for the first time since 2019-2020 season no ekwawie no metimi qualify yede ho sem no enso ema e wo show no nemo hye so say Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch and for justice ebotira the iron boy ebo echi no say producer matter no permission Bramity I'm trying to praise himself F to the A and the Y. Fundy. I'm sure I say. Na me former than PM or the Ghana Football Association director PM or headquarters on the Sendra and I say a cat ears or Kyoku and a pound for a ESCO members Nina etimi shame kama na some boja editor ekoso ewo GFA akachiwe san senina na say omu chairman director 8 RFA chairmans no and brother and I say cat okreku etimi echeche pickups are omato ediamo brand new and design pickups papa and I saw mutimi cheche edema mpenifo so mo hwe na mo fa boss ne be ya eba no ya original footballs na division 1 ne ade no ne nyina betimi akonkan na aboma bibia etimi akwanim edema na Ghana Football Association we nyina get years okreku echema wano FIFA forward money no etimi eba ya no ana wo hwe ana no nyina share Ghana football se be ya ye Ghana football no fa ne ntoma pa ede frama bibia etimi akonkan tendo ade de okopie the Ghana Football Association there na say RFA chairmans ni bi etinsem then I say pick up for brand new Nissan one and etimi eto ede amom kama kwan ti okopie mu a omom timi eje pick up ni bi no upper okopie no upper west regional FA no omutimi eje bi na fe central regional FA Ensu HB Western Regional FA and FA Eastern Regional FA no omunyina HB na Upper East Regional FA Volta Regional FA no omonsu HB kama bibia etimi ekonkan na FA okopiem dia Ashanti Regional FA no omunyina etimi na bibia etimi ekonkan ti 8 regions we nyina and brother ombepiem Ghana Football Association say pick up no omutimi ye edisisi omona so kama yere ho sem no enso ema na okopiem dia omo kopie hono no boy koka GFA president Ket Yeso Kriko no ho no okopiem dia na say executive council executive council which is the ESCO members no omukopiem hobi na fe acting director general at the National Road Safety Authority Mr. Abraham Amaliba omunyina ekoboye ana mkokta GFA Ket Yeso Kriko echi ana otimi eden pickups we nyina etimi ema RFA chairman na bibia etimi ekonkan na program na se no ana Ket Yeso Kriko etimi edetudwa no chemo siska omo spend ye editor pickups ni nyina no odo hu sem nyina etudwa chema sika omo de to $224 and on within 8 pickups we nyina and on de no chem say FIFA forward money na ba no o say kwan we su no mo fa so a omo spend sika na nyese sika no omo de omo anum.
The pickup trucks that you see here today didn't come for free. The pickups indeed cost us money. The 8 pickups you see here today cost us $262,224. $262,224. I hope I got it right.
Eternal and Smacket, and so we are no sounds of toss no champs or so bar. A ban of the Ghana Football Association as a FNA. I dare domain so and say omotion him. Say a ban say your fundamentals now. On Machana Secure Biana Foundation on Akosu Kama at a Ghana Football BBA. It's me Akonkai and so Eddie Amayen.
It's our responsibility to always, as an ESCO, identify our need areas and invest the forward money to such areas. One of our key most need areas, like I've already said, has to do with fixing the fundamentals. Footballs, boots, offices. These are our key need areas. So we should be very, very careful when we are comparing. Oh, when you go to Cameroon, Wamaye say, Nagana Efi, Munye B. Because perhaps that is not our key need area.
And see, I don't answer my ears a quick credit to that. Oh, Jimmy, I said him who seven and so I did our phone home. The uncle from the Drata Okopima, Jeff Honoma. I address a Kalka, a newly elected air committee, and Drata and Somina, a two table home, and a Somdom Ecotre, a year at a Ghana Football Association President, Cat years of Kuku, and who answers only said chairman or dear Nino, upon a dean, a John, a answer, or no, and a dear anyway, son Gaka, or no, and a chairman, a to about Edemano, and Piesie Okrah, and upon a dear anyway, sense Maba, and a say, said, Omokono, or the GF, no, Echo Ding, come on, a boy share, and no matter be a bebois, am I Ghana football, and so Aqua, and I say Ghana Premier League, and also a team acquaintance, Quara, a decisions be a, or Mutimi Echo Ding, Command Sembia, or Mutimi Echo Ding, Command, or Mutima, a advanced administrative, a structures now for Gaka. And a Ghana Premier League now. On Mesha no Mashemukina, na bibia etimi akonkan na afen so ban say ye develop your clubs now. On Mesha normally no ma egwa kwam ye na aboa my clubs no etimi develop akwanim abom hoden akomanim and afen so ban e stakeholders now. On Mesha na nkabom enso abai stakeholders ni nyina na etimi aboa ama football no enso etimi akoya no e meeting na omkoko dina ye omdom ho koche no and omsan so ene GFA etimi edi sankom we omuhwenim say as time goes on enema betimi akonkan na abo na meeting on imperial meeting on etimi ekoso kama you see the GFA ene Gaka de omugina akabom akobenkrom say ade sesi ane de ombe ye dwuma e de aboma bibia etimi akonkan you see the omuhwenim say nyoma nkomom kodi no bibia ebetimi akonkan near the Hunsem no, and so at the Amanda Yanko, next to the Ghana Premier League and the matches nibi, ebetimi abasu ukopie with their say, and the city Accra Lions at Tenefie no Kumasa Santo, and so at the Abo Adriana Stars, and so at the Hearts of Folk, and so at the Boss Arsenal Bechem United, and the Bieni Gold Stars, at Ball Hearts of Lions, and the Medema Holy Stars, and the Vision FC, and at Ball Nations FC, and the Dreams FC, at Ball Sansu and Akopia Summer Test, and the Carolina United, at Ball and for Young Apostles, and so any Brukum Chelsea, and so Bona Bibia, Etimi Akonkana Macha, Ukopia with the air across the folk, and a drama for Bono, a drama head coach, Papa Di Sioba Arestica, or no at the second craft, at the two dry edify a matcha, or money across the folk, for everybody coach, a Sioba Arestica, and somebody to dry any.
Talking for you is not important from who play. I need go and the same fighting, the same spirit from the win, the same sacrifice inside in the pitch from not lose the game. This is need, no problem. You play from Hasofo, from Kotoko, or from Holy Star, or from another club. Need the same concentration, need the same fighting, need the same spirit from aggressive, from possible collect the points. The player need to understand is the game from home. Our supporter is coming to support us and is paid the ticket, maybe 10 CD, 20 CD from see the player.
And I see my head coach, I made Jana at the two jar, I don't 7, and so I'm aware no, and as a heart of folk player back on the team at a set or say, or also the Saka to the Brantabano or Bonhumodin or Hearts of Folk, or also the same Kaka to the HM. So am I ready? Say no game no on Bobomoti.
I think we miss a lot of chances, so I think that is what we're gonna do in this match against Abia. No, he told us to focus on this game that is ahead of us and forget about what has happened, because he don't want us to think about the past. He just only thinking about the present situation.
don't earn some cost so El Hasselfolk and general pre-match conference and also 18 course I don't 7 at the Amana Kumasi at Santuko Namia to me Accra Sports Stadium or ne Accra Lions for and the Beron at 3 p.m. Now head coach at the Makumasi at Santuko Papa team at Prosper Nate Ogum and so the second crowd at Tuja.
Yeah, very prepared. After our last game that we played, we've tried to have our recovery session. Unfortunately, we have to be on the road the following day. So there's still an element of stress in terms of fatigue within the players. But then we have to be ready for the game on Wednesday and play. So we are ready in terms of what we have to offer on the field. Tactically, we are ready. If you look at Accra Lions, they are a very good side. As at now, they are not in a good standing on the league log, so they look more motivated to play and win, to be able to get themselves out of where they are now. We are also very determined to play and win. So if you look at our position on the league log and you look at their position, whilst they are trying to stay out of relegation, we are also trying to compete for the league title. So it's going to be a close game, a very interesting game in terms of who wins.
Head coach Edward Kumasi Asanto Prosper Natogum Editu Jadon Sam and so Edward Sanso and I copy their head coach Edema Accra Lions Papa Renard Craft and also at the second Accra Etuja at the for match of Kumasi Asanto and so Bono.
He said we won against Bazaka and this should give us confidence for our game against Kotoko, which will be a very hard encounter for us.
And Tiano and Sama head coach Edema Accra Lions and so Editu Jadon Sam Edi Amayan so na Yamfama de Nekako PM Mononi and so and Semu at the Drata said the Yofa Champions League at me Ecos come na matcha near Shenim Sebecosono Aston Villa and for PSG and so upon the Yasan Aston Villa at me as a PSG come and Sam PSG at Mumian PSG and he can share 2 goals and so Honor Aston Villa better show more now Nini National they say Selco PM aggregate acquire 5-4 and so Honor PSG at me qualified to the semi-finals or the UEFA Champions League and that so PM or Germany upon so the next Borussia Dortmund as at Barcelona a bomb a couple of polemics Barcelona at Bakuba aggregate no PM a 5-3 against Borussia Dortmund. They said PM there Barcelona at me qualified to the semi-finals of the competition. I say no share the next PM there Barcelona for since 2018-2019 season now PM finals. I just said this is the first time our Sanso PM semi-finals and so after the match let's say Robert Lewandowski a striker at the FC Barcelona also at the second crowd after say Omulusu against Borussia Dortmund.
From one side, we are very happy that we're playing the semi-final, but when we're looking back for the game today, we know that it wasn't perfectly game for us, but in the end, I think we can take something good for the future, learn something from this game, that it's Champions League, you have to be always ready for 100%. But in the end, okay, we did this and we're playing now in semi-final, so we're looking forward, and I hope so that both semi-final we're gonna play like we know and we want, and in the end that we can play our best football.
Teron and some striker Edema FC Barcelona Robert Lewandowski Editu Jadon Sam and so Edi Amana head coach Edema PS Parental and Luis Enrique and also Edison Accra Etuja Ocho. See how much we there. Aston Villa for actually the rain fit da. Never 2 goals no and Elino and a bomb. Yes, idea. I
think I'm not going to forget that match in a long time. But I think it's normal. That competition is great. You have to manage many things, and it's always difficult to play away. And I think it was a strange match because we dominated from the first minute. We scored 2 early goals, which it was great, and after that we commit some mistakes and we pay for them.
Etiano and some head coach at my Piesie Papa di Luis Enrique to jare ho semno enso my match no ebe sanso atoa so akwani ma ho semno warako piem da International Milan etna fie na so ne Bayern Munich enso about going to the gate first leg no say International Milan Bayern Munich bom kamienu mo etimu back into say 2-1 on aggregate call ma Inter Milan ho semno ma sanso ana match for ko said obi sheni se come back na nya adwuma no ho sem Mano Real Madrid and able to Arsenal the Goddess one and the AC coming out Santiago Bernabeu na first leg no Ecoso Emirates Stadium. I just say Arsenal at Real Madrid a bomb a couple of polemics or my team and team at a bracket going to the match no I just say match no 3 goals ahead at the Arsenal for yes him said no man ever conquer and so at the moment I say there be a Real Madrid for ever cost upset Omukoso the bia Edano and so a no and I say PM with the appointed thing at Jude Bellingham. It's a kind at the Real Madrid. The second crown at to Chelsea. Was the last match on Declan Rice no. So any teammate ever England so who said Declan Rice abo free kick visa da. It I don't know I'm very surprised. Some match na ekwe na said Declan Rice. It's my boss out 2 free kicks no. And the asom no moment or Chimo say there's a comeback in there. What from the last week you know. What come back extra videos online. It's come back. On my previous matches you know. So Chimo said they come back you know. Ebe Juma.
I think the free kicks were surprising. I've not seen Deck do that before, to be fair. I knew he could take set pieces really well, the corners and stuff, but I'd never seen him do that with the free kicks. So fair play to him. That was probably the only thing though, really. We knew they're a really good team. We knew that they have a really good manager. They're going to be organised. And yeah, there was a lot of things that were really impressive for them, but nothing that we didn't expect. They were top level team. Honestly, I've heard it about a million times since last week. I've seen a million videos online and made by fans, made by kind of you guys, I suppose, and yeah, really motivating stuff. It's a night that's made for Real Madrid, a night that would go down in history, but also be something that people are familiar with around this part of the world. So yeah, hopefully we can add another special night.
Etiano and some midfielder Papa Edema Real Madrid about Jude Bellingham. To Jado who some area motivation him say come back no na me ado ene ebetimi aye adwuma na say history no asanso ameki bi me de ho sem no enso my emre ne call enti ehwene e fa sem no nyina ensi wa ase dwumadie no ento aso e fa my the next session so say Roger Emmanuel the sports product and afa justice ebotila and a bomb match do na answer me call ma me fa ene happy birthday en come bi ankasa menua keto Mavis nana ma fosua ene birthday enti ehwene ne Chelsea Nyakopon enhira no onboa no to nkware na bia usua no enkonkan ye enfama na nyi na be peni but ene birthday Mavis nana ma fosu say happy birthday enko enfama midin once again the prince himself F to the A and DY fandi ye twa ho aba ye ba twa se dwumadi to aso.
Mesi menana no aguru basa abi brabro tibedu emle no na ma prema ye hojo.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye di agro na ye sa eduru mre bi kra na me ba no timi de omo be gumi so weekend no.
Hey, memre
hey, I don't think I'm catch o say ya no medi garlic capsules. Poso nyina ebesisi so kama. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well.
Medi garlic
capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Oh, sa na te pa dia.
Medi garlic capsules. Boa mamoja di nipadua ne mu afurusani ye na esiesie oba ne barima ma hona woden. Ubenya edroyi bi ato omanyimu pharmacy stores frɛ yɛn wɔ 050-349-4885. Edroyi enya mamofra enye ndi mfie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medi who ni how FDA ajidwe di nkra to yi ato.
mfitiasie no me ne kunu eware wo odro ene asumdwe kwan so ya ware na chi no me ne kwachu ba hotel pop pebi say ye besepeyo. What? A team from Okrah na maye.
Bibia wo Nyankopon nsem.
Ekoba ne sa me kunu antina se.
Eduro botum wajo eye edek SM bitters.
Wah. Eni gia befi. We na me de yem Bible. Edek SM bitters. Timase mama me.
Sa wa warrior mu enije bewie wo paye a na sa wumpom agrodie ebeye akwana
na ye kamfo edek SM bitters.
Mrs. Wa oyem yo nyina monome no okọ one time edek SM bitters we dia sama
hey oba wa fa yefunu ene oba oma ne ba enufu enumbi wo ye bema na wonye 18 na untumi enum FDA agi edwadie nkatoi
Hey, wa fi hwe sama ye wudina wi. Mema ne hu se ye ka no wasam. Wo ka sa papa kesi ya no ba ha. Na ne nase atata ya. Okasa no de nsa akatana no no.
Ane but we at the same sa papa no.
Ma te de mo kan nyina. Spanish garlic mixture. Ene ne capsules adawroma. Ena mama pomodine sa no.
Wow. Why you nice and kasa. Spanish garlic mixture. Ene ne capsules. Eni ama why you come pa.
Eboa mo gye dia frusane wo nipadua no mu. Na aboa sisasabro, awotutuo, hypertension, ete cholesterol so. Obi o taadwo so antentem pa. Gas gina yam ema akura amane amuhunu mafichi kromu nyina atuatwa obu akura wadware wie no afa na ne ho ye ne hene
enti asono Spanish ginkgo capsules ana
Spanish ginkgo eno de ye nwa nura watwe free ginkgo biloba eni soya oil mu ema wadwemo so da ho
Martin so say yesi eye anti aging and ma good retentive memory
na ye ton ne hene
Antec Herbal Center for ena ye enya na pharmacies chemical herbal shops eno an say mo frɛ 0266 11 41 11 apemfu abato mo manufo no kwada wo ne mfedu mienu enka ho FDA agi edwedie nkrato yi atom
enye just some na ba na
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
And you just some na ba. Na some na in a TVXYZ. Yes, so ton home. Do your business. And now that we product. TVXYZ. And you recambo. Na ya mawa kweja me tuma ton home. Ton home. And paying a pabazi. A great opportunity. Yes, my young customers, clients. I am viewers na. Ton home. Never ton home is your business. You product na. I bet you boom. The TVXYZ viewers. What does papa? Shazana Taz. Naida Befre 0533 825870. Residubu 0533 825870. Mayenzin Komone Yambu not Tonwo. Another Butumaba XYZ na himfia. You will swab a Bressa Street. Brana Yambon Komo. Take them opportunity. Not Tonwo for XYZ marketing promo. Not together we make it happen. Tonwo with TV XYZ to do.
Power FM.
Abusha for Yamamuna Kwaba, the Dwaboase Jumadi, so our Power 97.9 FM TVXYZ Live. Yamamuna Kwaba, the Badjumadi, so. Obrempon, Ewa Hase, or Nona. What shall I say? Yohanis Boni.
Kwaku Peter.
That be me. Maybe Jesus Christ. Into our book. Say we have a call.
Yango Pando me.
Asami Dikan and the Babaka. Bokun to Quanto Quasemino, it has to cease. It has to stop.
Now, we are sure to be Timmy SCZ. Yes, ye.
I don't know. Say, Enora enemy who statement say, Asante Mayura, Otum for say to have a view. Eddie statement by say, or the data bar or Monday Quaco cancer woman here. It's all interest, all persons of interest.
Yes.
Our more sa issue no more. Ebaba mensia.
The various stakeholders.
All stakeholders. Ebaba.
Yes.
Na Baba cancer.
I think from 28th of April to on the 1st of May.
Yes.
No, this is not in see now or they are solving.
It's any His Majesty 2432 Asante Hene will resume mediation of the Boko crisis as agreed with both parties from April 28 to May 1, 2025 at the Mensia Palace, Kumase. Asante requests all stakeholders to cooperate for us to find a lasting peace in Boko. IGP Koho Nano. Asante Hene statement ni nyina say one better na sia ka asem no. It will be an who here says to oba asem no bia no. Omra na yenka. Because you say time na mene Richard Kumado e twetwen komo no. Asem a okan ne say eh den na ye si hina na helicopter nam wie ma warmer protection. Abra na enim se san hin ne nu kwan se yesi no. E komo. Enu ani issue ya o. Issue ni nyina no. That is the issue.
Piesie me dia me hwe ni me mpai boy ba akopɛ. Dia me hwe ni ene me mpai bo ne say. Otum for say to the various stakeholders are one more interest. We kra na nye say ye we bi mo ye Ghana nyina interest.
Yes, because
Sasubje beba.
Because your friends say interior ministry budget.
Yes.
Say ye ma ye de boku ka ho boku ji bebre because they say they are police for ko. Omo operations on be car fuel. A police for ebedidi a soldier for so ho one bedidi ntitembia dey pies ka ko nti boko for bogan on my Ghana ka
bebre piese because ye the military for no ko ho ye the a special assignment too one more corner special assignment no mu bibia ye so different
yes enti aban ne said that a channel sika at the ko so that a soldier for any a police for one more ho no betuma ye adwuma boko no ba nenso beti no na mabunu bi asori afatuo de ahye wo monsa
no must sign the call no mu chutu so je ni ko onim say obetimi afirim please ni ko no obetimi afirimu enti sabe ne de wo ko ho a wo adwene ni niam a wo de ko na wo ti nipa sabe o mo hwere o mo nko boku na wo ye soja ni police ni
abeka ko na oyiri isu say boku a wo ko na wo ma
what de make a che wona se enti sa niam nyina tutwitwa one eniema bebre betimi agina de ama man Ghana yes na eno ya na the session of eye boku fuoyin to koye ekoso yi na oma begina osan te warning kasa se so hwe o madwenkyere ne se de omo kasa no a wo mo de wo mo nya ready kura se sa asem no a ye keka no
o ba ye beka
yes ye to betwa yes ya me no ka say doctors say wo boku wo mo nyina wo mo free wo
piesie teacher for so dwane
wo mo se wo mo bepese sabi wo de omo nkwa beba betena fie wo bere ko omo nya adwuma nye dan so omo betena boko so omo ye adwuma ne ye bebeku wom age omo krade afiri omo nsam teachers for free waba nurses for free ho enti ebe kakra so obi yare wo boko a age ye de ni tu kwan if the hospital wo be do doctor bi ani ho
enti e say
nurse bi ani ho e ko wo ho nso omo betena ka mu atwa kwantentia ko school da biara da because teacher ni bi ani wa oba betena kromu ho se wo ba betena de be ye de
boku nya kroketwa na ya ka se o e kroketwa bi a wono mo e wo baby you know
this
I think say IGP call ho no eniema sasanti minim se waba dia
yeah but IGP fi o ya na there's a session of them me pese me bo mu din kra ade eno ya o video no wo ho
because for no
da bi your friends mamrusi for no One no more ten. Video no wa bia omo yi.
Se video na ready a mama yentie bi na yemfa so yemfa mo enkomo e wa ha.
What did make us?
Kusasi for mampusi for no video no. Samoa mama yemmo na yewe a yentena so na yemfa endi enkomo kakra e wo fidua mu ha say because boko no asem ne de e ade a ehu ehia pa ese yetu be san komo no e wo fidua mu ha wadwenkyere wo no wo boko anase wo why privilege that wo hu enema ekoso ewo sampotemu ho wadwenkyere etesen Power 979 FM ewo Facebook for wadwenkyere no bra na yenkenkan emfa mawo TVXYZ Ghana eno so Facebook e ho na ye stream live na wo de wadwenkyere na ba ye betumi akenkan enso e de amawo eti abrempom se video ni nyanye ka
enye ready a Piesie ye beyi e hadwene na wo hwe na nsem a na okeka na ne nkrofo giregi na omo boje so se enema bi omo pese omo pese besi ni se sidia ene de esi twam nyina akura ye comedy omo se anka be ye Ghana fo nyina afa asem omo kan no ye tie na de ya na mete ye bu nkoto bi pa chawo
IGP aba onimo aba be kasa again so ne tutura sem ne akaka bensem sa
Piesie anyi nsem no se de otumfo aka no Piesie minim se na se otumfo tira sem yi so from 28 ekopun 1st of May na se ntwade a ene na ye wasem bo no popa wo kromu a efa boko nsem no ho
ene na si nyum no ye wasem bo no
ye wasem bo no popa e wo kromu a de tina da bia wase ye sori a asem ye ni kan tie e ye wuo e ye wudie e ye pra e ye se ba bi enye stable emfa magana fo bi no mo nye
we de ade omo hye den
asem you say it boku niema ni bia ni anu bia ni na ekoso no
the president of the Republic of Ghana His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ai we de yentumi mfankyere mo sa ese yetumi kata so eni enyan kwabna nipa na ya hye sa no again why what is happening President John Dramani Mahama
we approach for me no na ebo mutuo no e wo binduri no omni approach for me no na ebo mutuo on ye yi omo no what did make a chow na se na ye bekoso anyway atena omanum akosi da be mesi nti se entokwa no kwaso a na mukum ho a ahini o den yo hwanso na oba bedi
adaboku gold wo hana
enu die mencha danim na Piesie no kra de enche da anya me da dwene sesi a but se mukum ho wi a na sase ne ye yantam a wan ne bedi ade ne wo ho ebise se mamprusi de omonsa ka ayi kusakfo de omonsa be ka mamprusi aye sa na ekoso
eno de
eti enya so mamprusi fo akwa attack weapon ni as ye lay ambush ade ama ayi fo nso ana ewu ekunkum ana ekoso eno video bi ana me hwe na wo hwe de wo o ma hyehye omo a omo war field o sade no mo ye oboko na war field ye entokwa bia de mo abo mo so mo be ko sa ntokwa no
but ndura na eye boku na ba Zugran Asigri Abugrago Azoka the second ede betu just IGP bana wo ba ho no aba beboa ama asumdwa ba ho nti den na fe de mabunu na san so de bioma wo mo ye bibi enti na say IGP say osan ekoho back bioma ma yenko ahoma ne so na menten komo we mra sesiye na mene honorable Peter Lanchene Tobu entwetwe enkomo wono ye mra hye bedwane de ma wa wo ye Defense and Interior Committee Vice Chair enti seba sansensem we ya obetumi akabi pa honorable Tobu good morning
in your Piesie good morning mbom de sen
nyankopon adom me ho ye pa menuanom a wo mo woboko eho eja dem enu ntina mafra wa no pei boko nsensem no yenye ne den
ina me da se na me fa kwanye we na me nche chief ina da pei which out watch yam me no consistency sisi a
okay
say I hope say nka boko de
nka boko ano pei
me ta assemble could be expo da mo ntron to ho ansa na makowa asem so me ta cho Ghana fo nyina mutie ni boko fo nyina mutie ni from 1958 besin na ye kasei me come President John Dramani Mahama political will odi atwa bontin sa percent boko enya sumdie boko mfa de ma transfer no say mistake na ya tiki bank nya sa de we chomu a minim da boko betet manya asumdie
na yes sure say asumdwe ne betumi aba because IGP call ho na wotwi mo ofiri hwa emabunu bi bontrene akakabe nsam a wono mo ye sesi ahwan ena betumi aboa ma asumdwe aba ho yenim se ye wura otumfo edi statement abase wo ba be kan asem asem we ya kan yesi hu nkonwa sia eti sesi a different approach be na yemfa na yentumi mo na asumdwe mbra boko
Peter Chamedase. They are over 30 years ago. I was Bokwa. Ni only my end to Kano. Ya woot woman, only woman. Ya woot to Kano. What dealing na ni only my near over to it. So when you are dealing with such people, oh, you will train. Oh, yeah, Kasa. Oh, yeah, because the BIS politicians shall say, the politicians shall say, the man put it for MP.
Then you're not correct, politicians shall say, honorable. And you're not
and I make a choice. Politicians shall say, politicians shall say. Look, I want to say, Sam, you can say, President John Dramani Mahama, and all the Boku issue the two priority number one. The political will that will require to be able to resolve Boku conflict. No, Yensa Kasisia, Yen misses our opportunity where Yamin but Mammy come as a so. Boku, incense me abbey. Me then President Mahama said, what can I say? Yeah, Papa, it's Otum for say to the second, on twice as a mediator.
Yeah.
But first thing I make say, Mr. Say, Oko Babia, we are seeing in for Quincy. I see the police will be on the Jimmy. Under normal circumstances, police are in charge of internal security. So, I'm looking at what you're not going to Japan or Mother Bois. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, only the soldier Namkuma, so the police at Madadi. But the conflict is violent to send the who or Bokuya. What we do is that soldier for the DNM. They say great than a bulldozer. Or Yamakwana Kwanda Wa, Broko Sanya, Ako compactor, not Baba Yakwano. So, and you are not yes, the compactor Yakwana and a police edgema. But bulldozers are great than other young forest now copy in and a soldier edgema. So, a Hoya Basabasa, yet the soldier edgema. Police upon Omon Twin Sakaka. Now, soldier upon a corner would be actually. Yes, it's a police upon free, no soldier upon quad and the police upon a soldier upon no. A soldier for an area fan say, been doing a problem. Soldier for the mother 1 week 2 we know that a Jobokoa, no police work would actually start to build back society, talking to people, ensuring that Master Niako Sinidia, more man who say, yeah, the better Mamma Kuru. Now, apart from that, the person who said the peace process, the peace process must be integrated in form.
So, I said to the same.
As I said, I did not make Papa or 2 4 say to Wayano. I say police 40 assess and patcho, ya can't and a 2 4 the NBA. So the 40 assess, ya can't be and a 2 4 the NBA. Immigration for who said, yet DNA, this is our role. I will play my 2 4 the NBA. Boko Inter-Ethnic Peace Committee. The answer or 2 4 the NBA. Almost of 2 4 the the National Media Commission. Communication about Boku issues on air is very sensitive. We should be regulated. Now, I have to come back. FM no or box. Radio TV no. Obia can open. National Media Commission should be able to regulate. Now, it is a strategy. Say you using media and supporting the Otum for peace process.
Eti no kawa dream no anka National Media Commission for enka stakeholders now one more ebesia Otumfo na yaka asem no entiza
Otumfo should be able to let National Media Commission be part of the strategy now because they control the media and they control the media and they can contribute positively or negatively to Otumfo peace process no. So, integrated process now they can say Otumfo let peace process no and yes so integrated so we police ni na oye mo Can you say me a crop of boy because the peace process and just durable. Miss approach the phone soldier for almost fast in and Kobo, yes, I know. Almost protecting their wall. They call them peacekeepers.
Yeah.
Okay? They are keeping the peace. But if there's no peace, what are you keeping? Oh, Kobo soon be home by. Oh, Kobo soon be home by. Say Boku for Vanya soon be. Oh, Kona soon be no idea now over home. So corners from Genua, and the Obohombai. International, so corners from Genua, it means for some Jeba, and I found peace enforcement.
Yeah.
So peace enforcement, somebody a soldier, Juma.
Yeah.
So, Yameka say, Boko dear, Yamin Chadia, His Excellency President John Dramama, or the highest political will I feel of Bokun and Mayan. You misses that opportunity we are. Yamin Boy.
Eti sesia no obeka e de akwa koma ahemfo anase de because sa otumfo enkonwesi a wo sie na yenuanom ne ye papanom ye nananom a wo mo boko ebeba manhia ahemfie aba bebon komode afa kwan a ebefa so ama asumdwa aba no wonom ye mpanyimfo ye nananom ye papanom wo mo ba na wo nyina aba beti ase a emmabunu na atuo kwakwahye wo mo nsa no ye be ye ne den because obabunu bi wo hot se na ye kan no se ye wo 30 years ago a ntokwa no ye wo tu mu eti wo no ya cycle wa ma wo hu se we ye watamfo ti se mpanyifo ba be kasa na se maburu na nte ase a ye be ne den
Mr. Medasi. So around 30 years ago, what is in this after 30 years? Obviously, Huti tribe now for what Obi tribe no. Obeka say sit that. People say yes, beba. But ene ono kwade. It is strategic. Say Obama Obi atia say. Ade na ona nanoma ya na wade so no. Okay, osu ba ya na wakowu. Obewu enso enfa. We ayem brawo. The simple thing is mo pedan. Bokofo na nkasa na ese mo bi omo no na mo nkan jira mo pedan. Obi ne yire ko okofata na okofia. Adisa na ode seka ko wona yire no odan mu a woni wa ade baki na obi awu. So se oba ne okunu no omo ntia sese ento akọ na ye twa so. But at least kuma I tell me kuma ye me yade. Ho na obi bet ma cross e dia so fu be ada kasa after 1 week obi was of ma to yim na. I feel as I. So what I'm simply saying is that Bokun Sensem, it will take a long time. Only the solution, no, to have to say, Nabiaba, Udiane Fifia, a ho and I didn't subego as a crank, who said, when the Adiana not in Tantan, after 5, 6, 7 years, no. When was an air, Daniba? Yeah. They said, Obinaka, they say, we will bring. I'll say for Senui. Yeah. If you are succeeding in the Takra, in Sunaka Kasa, BB, because in Sudan, done it. So after paying about consent, okay. Yeah, in a year now, yeah, it's the right direction. They use themselves, or maybe like I said, yeah, no, yeah, they are different. Yeah, and twice on Kumkumia, because the future belongs to us. Yeah, future, we are not looking at an empty boko. That future, we are not looking at the bloody boko. That future, we are not looking at the boko. We are looking at the very beautiful boko. The sanitary there, who you man produce you for, who you kusasi you for. Boko, yeah, can come from and make sure that boko not, it is doable because we believe that the opinion of Krenona, now, political will know why. For next this process. Yeah. In a year or two, we'll begin to see positive signs in Boko.
We all hope so. Sasia, baby, I would say, Ewo Mrashebe Jefie as Member of Parliament for Wa West Cemetery. Honorable.
Hello, please.
Me say, baby, I would say, Mrashebe Jefie. We saw a Member of Parliament for Wa West, right?
That's you.
Good. Eti, I was a Vice Chairperson. Edema Defense and Interior Committee. More committee na ewo parliament no. More national security for Shamase, Defense Ministry Shamase, a soldier for, a police for, everything security. Shamase. Peace process no. Ya fremwana.
Last word, Anthony.
Me see peace process na ya kwa kan asubwe ho asem no. Ya to yen sa fremo. Yanto yen sa fremo.
The Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament. You're not oversight. But in the oversight process, I am a catcher of process. You're micromanagement. Men kwaje Minister for Defense Jumanya. Men kwaje Interior Jumanya. Men kwaje National Security Jumanya. Omoya Jumanu we are. It's a you was being an idea. What's not my ye. Omoya Bibi na yet he said, now catching with the we am what because Defense and Interior Committee and you're NDC for there. Okay. And you're MP for there. And you're Ghana there. And it's not Now, what defense and interior committee meeting? I see, yeah, politics were hot.
Yeah.
Ukita MP, Pipita, Ukita NDC, West Side and what happened.
Yeah.
But what one thing they would have got Ghana year, you have Ghana Bambo. So in that committee, you're doing Ghana. The Minister of Interior, then if you say, with the yes, someone no Banaka says the way in Ghana. In a very consensus manner, say, MPP, NDC, United, what they want, we Ghana, Minister, we in Ghana, Jai, or Tino Supoma, or Kwana, or Cossison. But security as far as I cannot team baby. What I'm simply saying is that the O2-4-led mediation process should be an integrated one. Now, Obia Omobiano, who said, you can't drive a corner, Okada riders, and autumn not that tomorrow, what can be probably about Bokwamano. In the next 2-3 minutes, I'll turn the car, because on himself, a Buama O2-4-led peace process not succeeded. What it means that the good strategy must be everybody's everyday business. Okoda, you say, Nemi Yanano, a Buama Asunjaba Boko. Sebasa, there was a very holistic approach. Yanayaka, media for civil society groups, look, all the NGOs around, Obia, police, immigration, NIB for Okufo Nankasa, the two factions. Omuze, Cecia, the Moyanjin to the Yankasa, your person, Yamran, Sam. Check, Babia no, I did to a 10 years. Emma Obia Kunimda. I didn't see that. And let me tell you a very short story. Therefore, rebels look Koyama, Yakoshiamo. Yakoshiamo, Professor Bijna, a presentation, my UN. Professor, or your rebel, or your presentation, my for 30 minutes. Oh, yes, I don't get the two sharing in I done rebels. They count 9. He was so convincing. Yet, the first commander, no Nigerian, Major General Martin Luther Goy. Or sorry, you're not in it. I do war form. And I say, Wakasa. I wouldn't. But these soldiers have seen it. Me who by be a to acquire Mobia Dinkunim because we're shooting more bullets. You bet shoot here, but at the end of the day, you bet what Nasia can't seminal. You can't seminal to be bar, not a tour of Treba be a section. So, Wakasa, Yaki. Yes, I say name bon come. Next year, best throw. Yeah, buy one next year, best from Albuquerque. Oh, by me, I say, Casa. Kakanta crowd who say, not team will build it. Now, for I said, the 22 other Kenyans are same. So I am saying that whatever it is, a 2 billion new ideas as in Jeba. Bullet be a new rep or Peter Pida, and I said, not on an Abanyana because, oh, Yakumi Papa, I want to call him because me Papa won't know, made a major to connect a person, and Yanasa. Bullets don't bring peace.
Asɛm ni nyina na waka no mejawa ma wako na asɛm ba ko da pono so ha sei oye police ni e kane police ni what the police adwuma anti aba security won sensem a oye obi a wa ben wom na eye military ni eye forestry commission for eco western region and north almost kro bi di abrewa ni nkran kro a manfo team a wono eye omadwuma galamsey for aba beje forest reserve na aboso Emma forestry for ne asoja for no corn o ma kosi kuro ni nyina asem we yen kan sen
Papa Chamedase my main fact was Namanchia the new chief of defense staff Namanchia new forest commission pen for ni nyina na me mbo ma baso ene adwen power mo ma say yes galamsey existential threat I mean say bro for na ya mo kan Ghana for antiase o yes be existential threat e bet na everywhere. It threatens our very existence as human beings.
Yeah.
Tell them say. So, as essential threat. Now, I she crew up and near Nipa Free Hall, obviously, now we are she crew in another no my son. Nipa Chow, Ghana in a bad shit, and no one. Ghana in a yes, a bad shit. A record is young Burkina Faso. Yenya branch ya oba na say ya Burkina ya oye neme bebebe ye ya hwene ya ebe kaka ebe ko Burkina ko pa na so bre nsu na enum bre tomatoes na ndidi obe bre tomatoes no bre onion no bre nsu anom oh aden Ghana aden but soja for no kwa no mo soja for no kwa no mo nya adwuma
dabi eyekura ewo ho dada according to sources ameme wo no eyekura eyekuru ketwa ewo ho dada eti ti say yemfa ni say mabọ me sesen wo osu ha sei na matimi kuro na timamufo ha na afi ebewie na galamsey fo aba abaji kuro na boso a se anka ye shi kuro ni nyina no eye ne kwan so no
me ta se me da se o krom na wo say adeboyefo aba abesi dan ka ho na mo ya doso o we na adeboyefo no kra doso si mo kunofo no asem si a edebekam asem si a edebekam
nti asem no na si ama bi aka kromwofo nyina
omo nya galamsey amu ye kunofo a mo ti hodi amu say galamsey fo abetwa mo ahia ya ataki galamsey fo a o hwe ye bibekam ebi kan so anya bo apayo kai hu say Ghana nyina ye yonti eno mo ye no sa
but there are people there wo mo nya galamsey wo mo ti wo mo krom obi wo ho a we bia wo nyina di be 18 years ye wo no wo abrewani nkran ho obi anyi 15 years e bia ye ho ena ye wo no eti ne fort say ye wo no wo krom ho eye abrewa bi fort say wo te ho na sa nneema na ekoso adentina ya tumi amfa a more holistic approach amfa nkwanko flash out nkrofo a wo mo say forest reserve ni nsuo no na mom ya mana ka obi a
ipa jemedase ena me say atro say asoje foreign policy commission an ko omo ko ataki kurumofo no omo ko say omo amuti kurumofo na omo nya galamsey ni na ho na ka say we nya galamsey ni we nya galamsey ni okwa market na nkrofo di obi a idiga ya say eja be to market ni mu a e dia u chomo kura ko fe o ma me u free school e na u chomo o ma no market o ko to say e say eja na shi o be ka say e ko market na eja kwa shi no no we be say now la do ko e down market eja national because market na jatom se jato kroma e bia unim ho hwe that be account and the truth is that make sure say eja bia ma make sure say galamsey bia new krom and it is instructed say yankasa as mitano say yes sorry na ho say kromwe ana say no we ye dia o hene wa ha mrante wa ha ya mpini mo bia metena ha nya galamsey o man kase be excited enye ya na ko freso je for police wo mo be boy o galamsey for je kroma fa say abede yes sekano kra is very attractive be na de ho agim ayese mo nja na mo nja de o jim na mo na mo timu a BBC ana e bi kan wa it's quite unfortunate that Yanka said the biggest is that you fight an existential threat. That is the picture. My fa in Takwana Bay Kitwa be oh and a groom for no omunimushi and we are sorry that Obi Owa are very innocent. We are sorry. But the bigger picture is that Valentine is there. They are quite Fidia and Yamiasemo and Yawasam Unana Beba have a pen to Anum out of Burkina Faso Miami.
Oh, as for galamsey ni de yenim say to send the abina canon a security issue. But for be our monty baby our monye bina akwakwa kan mo no ho asem na ye kanti going forward no ufri said then they approach papa forestry commission for na military for ne and security personnel aban no ama wo mutumi say wono mo into galamsey ase no ufri say kwan ben so na ye mfa so na yankwanko ready a whole village ankwanko hye amanfo say
say about the announcement. Fan say baby amokwe. Obi so ma announcement na nkrofo na jani. Oh, no problem. We want to reduce collateral damage. If you say, me pacho e be western region. This week. Forestry commission so therefore we galamsey near pacho free ho. We galamsey near pacho free what is here. And then warning, first warning, second warning. Say omuni nantimwa na be to a e wasam, won okọ e wasam. And the next time they are coming back, they won't tell you again. Human rights respect, and they don't say, "Bomb and yes, maybe I won't actually know you are." If you never the whole of these 2 weeks, and sure, and quiet maybe I hope you. Yet sure, Adiayo, Yama announcement, Yaba, if the white and Yancho, Omoko. The next time, you make a change, and who no go, you say about Wajan, who get a boy in the open. Next time you buy your bomb there. Yeah, we don't know. Whatever will happen because first now Johnny only say and Johnny. One can say what side, but only say we do bonnet. Say about the young woman here. And I think that you take this aspect with 2 or 3 times. What we say in Sakura Econo, apart from the fact that Abai and Agin said, we are going to provide some alternative source of livelihood. Emma Nantian Mabawa, almost paid Maya Munyajmayano. W in Coco teaching project about. Now by a branch of Ukita in Coco Bense, 2,000, 3,000, or 4,300. Let's say Jagalam saying us also on Jaya. Who call it Coco Kano? Yeah, but you see, says the existence of Ghana is more important than nipa baako bɛka sɛ mepɛ sɛ mɛte ase nti Ghana nyinaa nhye. We don't do that. It's nature of our spirit. No say, adeɛ na ɛnyɛ na yɛn nyinaa gye sɛ ɛnyɛ no. Yɛn nyinaa yɛ mboa na this is a collective fight. Ahemfo obiara nsɔre mboa sogyafoɔ ne forestry commission foɔ no. Mmeranteɛ ne mmabaawa a wɔwɔ kurom hɔ baabia mo mboa. Adeɛ na de bɛ sɛ ɛyɛ na yie a na ɛyɛ deɛ o Nyankopɔn na de akyɛ yɛn. And I've always said this. Mo obi a nyɛ wɔn adwene sɛ oh yɛ ko galamsey na kɔ a na go na ɛsan sa na sɛ yɛ ntu bio. Daabi we need an innovative process. Like I said, mmeranteɛ ne mmabaawa actually yɛde tu go no kwan papa so a yɛbɛnya mfasoɔ sɛ na Nyankopɔn de akyɛ yɛn no. Na ne yɛyɛ yi deɛ yɛbɛgu yɛn nan kana. Yɛmma kwan ma yɛn nkɔ no saa. So the innovative approach going forward is ɔkyena bi go no na ɛka no kwan mama to. Yɛbɛma guidance mama to ne yie. Kaya manya mo mfasoɔ a wɔn sɛn so sɛn nneɛma. Ne hu sɛ obi esi so mu ɛtu go da. And they are kuma ya meya. Aha the moment I said me ko no dia ko tan na sin best attempt. E dia bu ayi so be good so and na je no friend. This year no why ra o. I bet you na ko chi o because in so dear. Me tia na me kuma ya meya. People know what the implications are in the next 5-10 years. That the first time so say and yet dear. But in so dear and there the cafe bon some that na so better.
Asemo mejawa mako na enro a 2 days ago na Aban Minerals Commission pass out nkrofo a wo mo training o mo si blue water guards a wo mo enam nsuo no ho wo mo hu se obi tu ana wo no mo aka kire asojafo. Do you think say eno na the right way I am fast for military for no ho police for why I dey tell am for mo nko na ye akwakọ training nkrofo a wo no mo ebe kwakọ ne nam nsuo ho abra asojafo wo ho anka wo betumi aye sa edwuma we.
But we are very basic. You say you intelligence, information. Put to know for omunya committed say mema about information. Na abaya design action on take it. Me sure say you and say you use drone with smart drone about they not picking information amount. If they are baby and people trying to mean for the drone make for waba. So gradually it's a process. But the truth is that you nine can who say abide by say you nine bwana omu kugalam say abide kugalam say what you know what you for be communist of pardon Argentina command office ya not their come. It is a collective fight. Ghana and a home by say Ghana and say so Ghana Libya. Oh where they after the water got never after 1 year 2 years. Let's say let my guy. Okay. Let's start to ensure say many days come to see me. Man taking a call riverside now go say already machines are 2 river no so no 2.
I'm fine.
Hey, I'm fine. And I did that job now hey soup. Man tell them the come go man say hey. MP one sorry I make a plan. What center for communion soon because what center is in the constituency. The water project is located in my constituency of river no. A complete in na work on my mom. So maybe even I say what we na almost soon. Me ko anya me ko for the whole of the Upper West region because me keep the source of water to supply everybody. So that source of water make sure that will be concerned one. Now it was already in time because if you go look at many spend the oh say cool. So that is the point. So obi na go mama man. But omukra omunya water guard. Omunya water guard and 24/7. Somebody will be on duty monitoring so omunya stand that game. So it is a very good policy but as we move forward and then that's water guard you want to do the drone where and I said another certain data one it's an evolving process.
Okay, but Cecilia, Interior Minister, who you are working closer with, Honorable Mubarak Muntaka, one in the Omra Shibi. What is it say they're China for no? And I say, will be on your Ghana ni, say, Oye Galam say, Nay, Siana, Yetina, yet Nibokuni Krum. Motana say, Jane, who da bay, and I will free say, the right step, Anna.
It is asking many honorable Muntaka and Kasai. Meaning the context in which Okokasa. If you make the context as here, and let me comment it. But me say me not comment that. On the one of the Casaria, Napoleon, and I say, let can't say maybe or better. So, Peter, so decide I think I'm straight to move.
But say Asamana by black and white, the whole playing What say? Say foreigners. Ewo galamsey sites are omobe deported omo. UTAG for say Wamontiase organized labor for say it is not the best thing to do. As a
Singapore, not all the cocaine I'm not sure. We come because Singapore in our phone.
Yeah.
Mrani was Singapore.
Yeah.
So your president exchange program not what the president not bar. You can fly them back to their home country, no more service. Not what you do, it is protected. So, for I said, China free, and I said, Colombia for. What you know, now the next summer come, it is for 10 years. Yes, we found time to the animal wounded. Now, the China fire arrangement here. Who may found for uncle. Among us, I go. Maybe I said,
Ora pacho down hoka krasa wa homa no etwetwesi. Down hoka kre. Aha, feed them.
Yes. So I'm saying that your president exchange program be with other countries. We get match nipa no actually deal. Ma obe famra am actually deal ubia. Pano kono krom. Ni krom o say Ghana for Sudan. Now for Ghana for Sudan that aba. But they do what can say obi actually deal with London. No what you no actually deal with 5 years. Put them to 5 years. No, so the Brunini call the Kuma or 5 years. No, Kofaga nearby. Ghana Ninya Yanga or better than 5 years no London home because prison there are no difference will look at that. But if the exchange program is there, it is possible to with madam prison come on.
But is there any exchange program, sir, or Ghana has say one more parliament, one more bemu?
If you are activate, but it is possible to with mark of fact. Ghana prison go by the Abama mother to us as a prison time. It is possible to with the prison yes to Ghana and the acquirement no command or by the freedom as a prison center law. It is something in law, it's doable.
Okay.
So, my end to the day and yet not all of them are kind of upon again no kind and on church. So church way if you say with them wire, young country Mr. Minister, no church is a sign of why or the MY. Simple. Because you know that woman human.
Sir, last year organized labor ni UTAG for the pressure to Nana Akufo-Addo aban so say galamsey no won konye enti no organized labor for Emma ne pressure UTAG for say ne saade ayen so yenkwachira de yanchira de nso a yenua ma wo mo ewo suapon mu no yentumi nchira de wo mom ene wo mo kire se eno no nye the right thing but obi nso ebisa se eti yewo a police for helicopters wo ho yewo a soldier for helicopters eti adentina yentumi en deploy no na amanfo emfa because unam soro a unhu from baby a na yemfa eno so nka approach na aban use no wo de police adwuma de wadi bia fine mfe bebre wadwen ye osen wo ho
all the technology bar you can't take away the human factor. No kwa wa hono say ana yenye so technological advance ukọ me kwafia ukọ actually say pen rent be 4-5 money na me no mo monitor sa river we money the effect and the cost comparative the using the human being for now no ebe boy ahi ukọ cut technology the car ewo mo drones ni ade obe use ni ade computer expert ni ade obe use no rent be 4-5 more village ho na ya na moke. It's only fair in America. We pay daily report. Coordinate the report for me. Now, Indian connected to operational center. Within 10-15 minutes, actually, the police and they'll stop what they are seeing happening, which is bad. So gradually, in year, you use technology now. You have to offer a smart drone. Drone now to offer not picking images. Now it is also possible, but we need to film. Na the technology kwa yajima. Mr. Amuko yajima kwa bosu biswa. Omemo mbi kakra. Bet maybe $1 million over there invest inside technology no. O de sa $1 million now. Obe no labor intensive. Mrante ya obe frustrated. Omenye bibi kakra yajima. Anya bibi kakra to diana ma oyire no ma. Na oma boa man to kona koso. Onye ko biba bia you can add the technology to it. But mrante no be yajima ya kakra no. It's another way of fighting this menace. Yebe boa Minister on to us. On some ranting bebre. Gradually the technology can work. You know who's it? Is it you part of it? And then the what I said, one bank I'm part. It's going to be another outcome.
All right.
Psychological, we are part of the fighting spirit of government towards against LMC.
Okay. Matthew, Superintendent Peter Lanchene Tobu retired. Yadase Anope, Member of Parliament at the Mawa West. So we are that journey a bon como. Bibia, you must know about the Casabium.
The political will I and Saka see as the best of the Boku conflict. They have message opportunity where they are in boy, but me did say Boku for Bawa. So we are Kusati, we have business and Pusini, where that Mosini, whoever is there. They just say President John Dramani Mama or the Comapana buyer. You have born Mana. It looks difficult, but anything I channel, I done it difficult. We will do it, and let's do it together.
Yate, Yadase, Edward Daji, Yaniti for Yani Aso Umra Winya Edemaye. Honorable Superintendent retired Peter Lanchene Tobu, Member of Parliament for Wab West, and our tenant on one Vice Chairman, Demand Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament on that Yanen Bonkomo. Well, or your posting it no posting near our retirement. Yeah, I think so. We have nothing to add. Yes. Yeah.
Mediation was media no.
Yeah, very very necessary.
Should be involved
because Oko Boko and in the surroundings are your radio stations be oho. Womoka womukurum kasa na oyetwini a wonte ase. Eti ono na oti radio no so no. Ebia no free side bi.
Yes.
Na akwa kan guma na wa say bi mu abufo. So I think said National Media Commission
bad reportage.
Yes, of course.
Obi wa 7 background a won hye dan huni won hye dan te wo hunu nanso obetimi aka de akwa afa bia ebe man krofo bu aye den ya hye da fu yen da bia meka se na 7 no beti ne wan sa anye TV sa anye radio ana se social media yi ababeka ho a beti ne wan fa enti yen ne ye beka nsem na kirekirim se de ete de amagana for
eti media for yen na se ye bo asumdwe hu dawo because asem bia ni ho e ba time said then yamfasi kaincha yadi anu ya and I think the media has a responsibility to do responsible reportage.
Yes, I don't know what can we know. Responsible reportage.
Yeah.
Kofuele
you don't have to feel any violence. Taxi drivers, pragia drivers, Amowo Boko, into 4 binas or Shana Boto, Kran, no Renas, 2 woman, why fast, one my police for we say we could see no feel we say 2 a police for yes, Remo. Yes, Remo Ghana has to say, no, see something, say something, no. Ubekwa kwa kana police nia akwa kuyiwama
onyumo bechuku
so eti yesremo IGP COP yohunu yesremo mumpa police for a wo ye nationalistic Ghana ewo wo mu tirim se wo mpeso mosom Ghana se na be ya obi eba be ye whistle blower yen konko panipa kro ho ntoma wo baabi sa police for start yesa ekon no emfa eti IGP yohunu yesremo my uncle video be no finance minister Dr. Kisela to force na press conference.
Very well.
E fagana yesikasem ho. Yesikasem ho hia pa. Inflation be ko enko. My yentie honorable Dr. Kisel ato force na meba. My yentie ni kakra bi. Na afa yenkwa homa no so na yenko bonkomo. Dr. Kisel ato force on economy ni IMF nhye no. Yenkutie no.
Would trigger the immediate disbursement of the fifth tranche of 370 million Ghana cedis, bringing the total disbursement since the beginning of the program to about 2.3 billion Ghana cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, reaching a staff level agreement on the 4th review marks a great progress towards building the Ghana we want.
Okay, esi Dr. Kesela to force na what said and can finance minister yan kwa ho mano so na ni Ora Frederick Kamisa entwetwe nkomo economic advisor Edema the honorable minister for finance Dr. Kesela to force and IMF ya say ya reach agreement bi amasika foforo and so abem $370 million. All right, Emisa, good morning.
Good morning.
Bibi abako de.
Abako de na mo so.
Nyankopon adom. Eba betena ha ide na ese bibi aye okay. Yada se wadaje wanyama ye na no pay se one ye bebon komo. Enro finance minister Dr. Kisela to force na ye press conference. Ne awo kan nyina ne se ye ne IMF ensese no sika foforo nso ba 370 million eno ye fit tranche. There's a IMF for sika wo de ama ye to so enum nie. E de na Ghana for enhwe enim eba sika samon to ye inflation ene ne ene ehon kro ne ba.
Nyamesen se ye share ni
me pacho down ho kakra be ma me say wa homa ni twetwese bebe o gyan so o move ko wani ma na say ko wachi kakra e betumi aboa me Africa sana yimtie ahoma ne nye ahoma no ahoma ne enkoye Owura Frederick Emisa otemenka
pacho me so nka
afọ edem eti den na Ghana for enhwe anim
for share in campaigning Ghana for share economy a stronger Ghana for inflation ever from Ghana for share exchange rate a Ghana for share Ghana public data a see na kwanso because I am a program with Benka yame manemba but Benka yanye na se yam kasi review we ya anka ensem bebre be si o man we mu ye fe bi clawback clauses wo kai say ye koye debt exchange ye tititin kofo efika so a ka ya bom ye fi ntumi nchianti omo man ye fe bi discount ye mo haircut na ye no
DDEP no
DDEP no any external debt registration na go for omo amanami abusia ye ko boy no ye fe bi clawback clauses clawback clauses anywhere. The IMF program no any year. I yes you be coming ya daddy. Yes again. You beg if you can ya back. And the review with IMF program is very important say ya passing review to stabilize the economy and contribute to the sustainability part getting an AFC.
Okay, now measure page 3 of the Daily Graphic was it minister no can say inflation overshooting targets and key reforms no stall it. And also can say in response the government has moved swiftly to reorient policy and correct course. And we are doing.
Okay, sir. I'm a program now. You know, you say fiscal consolidation. Fiscal consolidation, yeah. Who in a way to constrain what we call the fiscal deficit. But the previous administration, they were only concentrated on the revenue measures. It's normally levy buyer or the betting tax buyer or the emissions levy buyer.
Yeah.
But now expenditure now you see, government expenditure does are you bloated? Are you saying no? And almost sure. And they were still spending as if there was no tomorrow. New administration led by Dr. Tuforsen, of course, Honorable Secretary John Dramani Mahama. See, we are not looking at revenue measures because the problem is not with revenue. The problem is the expenditure now, if you see, we will cut expenditure. If you should budget, we want. Yeah, cut expenditure. If you cut expenditure, no, you to me in your space to remove the taxes now you're removing. No. If you know, and a finance minister can say, and no, now, if you are already no, then no, say, you're reorienting expenditure and revenue a better aspect, inflation, exchange rate, and the public debt.
Okay, it is a you nimsa Ghana the car. Says I could do 720 billion or something. You nimsa Ghana the car. Na Ghana car what dear no. Now no, my man for one more of once year be. eye me ankasa me nua panyi Kodwo Ponkroma ka say aban entumi ntwea ne ka ontumi service debt no kora bi wom sa
ne patro no kora bi ani
nti e ba ne sen na se wanwu bibi asanka wontumi nkasa asem no Ghana air service ne debt te se ne ese o service
Ghana we are me I am here say yen nuanum ye mu fa 3 months ago omo bed dani omo ho African sen yen o dia yen pa yi na ye betia mo. In fact, in June, another one that to almost 9 billion Ghana cedis. And so you will scour why you did here. Yeah, please can you go that? In see, and your previous government, no, only no want to meet your mocha. So there be industry person, there be so be all government bond, all government treasury bill, say, on in San Canifica. That's the extreme. Our politics, extreme. This time now, said the information now adults will react to any various means of verification. Said they should elevate the conversation. Now, drink as a government in Jamaica, and you don't provide any evidence. In fact, any now almost no one to be here.
That be me bow Frederick. Former finance minister, Yewura Amin Adam, Eddie Babetu Gase, woman ne pay sika sa DDP ya kan wansemi. Woman ne pay sika to hwa na wo mo ba betua eye bondholders neka. Momo ba beto so. Enti na sika no e wo hwa wo ma earmark for that. Enti ade ntina se wo kasa te se ne NDC aban mum ne ba ya waye adwuma broso ama ene DDP amanfo bondholders sika kemu amutua. Because that time Momo kase mutua no kra na munya ready budget.
I have sometimes and I make say no crano dear bako. Look at some kind of the bank balances of the debt service reserve account tuja. Okay. With tuja and my dollar debt service account to na $63,000 le woman.
It's munya sikano wahi.
Sikano. And I make say we are constrained expenditure. Okay, say a certain John Raman Mahama at the ministry is full from 30 to 23.
Yeah.
Okay, say you see an minister here 50%. Okay, say you see Obian Tokas. Okay, say you see also Obian Tukai without approval. These are the things we have put in place which has constrained expenditure. And the younger savings. And you have to scabby pots of money hiding somewhere. And you have boom. Priorities. If we could have also used the money to rent a private jet. But we didn't do that.
It's not sikana dahin amoko peke. It's say na okay. Mo atete expenditure so near there. But that time na munya ready budget. Aban we budget a era kesela to force na ko ready e no e na ama aban no kwan ama wo ye expenditure CCI. It's at that time no na sikana dahin fa pote.
Okay, say at that time there was a budget for 3 months. We call it expenditure in advance of appropriation.
Yes.
Expenditure in advance of appropriation no from January to March ending.
Yeah.
And now I say President Mahama should take power on the 7th.
Yeah.
From the 7th to March ending, no. Now budget so high Juma. If we no more it's from the spending necessary get now.
Okay.
So they have to spend a particular amount of money. Yeah, by better so. And the realigning, maybe teacher debt.
Okay, into a realignment na mo ye to say bia na buy ba ko na ya na dwe say ode sika e kwa koto microphone any camera ba mo buy na mo se dabi yemfa ntonsuo ani eduru. Okay. Yate it is a see ano ye koye nimi Ghana for inflation bi ba so wa ban dada no ma na ma nipa da ahomache osore kra na so ayese. Again na Ministry of Finance na ye se wo betumi aboa na inflation ya hold no na akọ fompo ɛna afei nso dollar no yɛhu sɛ ayɛ stable kakra ɛdeɛn na ministry ne yɛ so ɔbɛboa na dollar no koraa san akɔ fam na inflation so ayɛ stabilize na afei Ghana for yɛ da yɛtumi ada kakra.
Okay, so in the short term na I say we have constrained expenditure. Also, inflation here is largely also pushed by government expenditure. So in the short term, what we have done immediately is that we have constrained expenditure. Into inflation, in the last month, even though back from 23 about 22. Effect of fiscal consolidation. I don't know who say inflation are 10-year back from.
Okay.
Secondly, we share inflation a major component food and transportation. Some of the major components food and transportation. Food, President Mahama last week launched Feed Ghana. One farm, that means President Mahama launched Feed Ghana. No, President Mahama Feed Ghana no launch no. It is not just feeding Ghana, but to tackle inflation in the medium term.
Okay. Until short term, no, then I
short term, Mr. Fiscal consolidation, any the exchange rate component of inflation, gold board na they are buying to mop up foreign exchange to support the city, to stabilize the city, and tame the exchange rate component of inflation. So these are the short term measures we have put in place.
All right. Eti unim meja wa mawako but ebe de se ye frɛ wo no wafa. Eti emra no no ye be koso abon komo Ghana for kasa bia na enya complaints a ye be frɛ mo na ye no mo abo eho enkomo na going forward no oman yi sikasɛm ho ntotoye ne se ne esi ekɔ no mo na ekura mo wo Ghana ha. Eti se sia no a moti hoyi a mo bo adwuman afi we paade na Ghana for ye expect se mo ye na ye ho atoye ede na eki policy a finance ministry no ya wode boa Ghana for
finance ministry Ghana for expected a stable city, a tame inflation and your debt to GDP no a better form. These are the three key things Monshe. Any GDP growth and employment. These are the key things Monshe.
Okay, I no crese Ghana ne IMF nse say ayaya no. E kire say every quarter bia yen tun kane abuo mu e Ghana.
Agreements are binder than no equal signing no. And IMF for no so. Omo dia titring e agreement are signing out. Yenya IMF for January 2023. You cannot be yentumi ya ho hwe.
Adentina mutumenya ho hwe because money IMF for a meeting all the time. Some meeting ni bi na course why man ra finance minister or boss Dr. Kisalato Forsen yes our press conference. No, why I'm asking this question is that Ghana for adentina yet 4 months biana ya 2 power boom. It is an me top power 100 Ghana. Within 1 year no boss afena na kosora akwa ko do to say 180 Ghana. Eti money IMF for net transe ya muntumi enye san hyehyɛ no ene omundia no baba ye say power no aye ade hu hia Ghana for amanfo de ye coast amanfo de pamade amanfo de ye adwuma
Nia say we don't talk to sabonsam aduane mu ubedi
na sasa sabonsam na we don't talk to aduane mu no we don't talk to aduane mu no one wudi anho baba ye eti mumfa bibi santo so because Ghana for bre pan
Ghana for bre ni jitum Ghana for bre. But I was saying, Momotia said, 2023 agreements are year cost tiny IMF. So, 2023, NDC, a President Mahama Kanye at that time, opposition leader, at that time, minority leader, can say, yeah, you see, the last day that in Tinkayan for IMF maintenance. And your contama, KB, better 10. By your China and the Beko, Australian court, and the Beko, Australian court, your China, they're not your medians, you know. And now my economy. If you went there begging, you went there in a dire state. So you have to do, you have to take a lot of drastic measures to get a deal from the IMF. And also, if Sanya money dear. Said the only I'm a police sign dealer. To me, waiting to say 2 years ago, deal now, the predecessor on the sign here, no, maybe a million respected. You try to be clawback process, and I'm much more than so, when you sign now, all the agreements they release are international community, the amount on your debt, and that's the thing, they will all come back and say that, okay, the only agreement, and yet, now, a canal being in there. And see, I need you to me and the same amount what you say, and yet NDC are buying a sign agreement. No, now a previous government sign agreement and say, but someone said, Bia, Umbeto, in Amkania boom.
But when him say, no, can be na Ghana, Mabuni Ghana for 2 abatia by that another. Where are we?
Ghana won the bro in your wishing. I'm a program no. I say, now a baby. Not baby.
Next year, a baby,
not baby, a baby, young kind of thing. Now, the bitter pill now, you swallow now. Yeah, said oh, car free. Now, starting bob breaker and bob break pack up and slow down, can't hiding a cojan baby. Yeah, you slow down. Yeah, you cojan baby. Now, you sign
it's a pagana for what you say, you nyabo
because I think a problem never no and yet dako na yet solve it and the agreement now almost you know say you can't get you say cut it here and I'm actually too much on you said cut it here you to me who say
Ghana for Atiase. Omo Montiase Okrah no will bear with you say I buy that than the sign ya. But my end was na kotwa wadwuma so na emrepem bibia ya besa frɛ nti ya frɛ wa ya fa why but as Frederick Emisa economic advisor the minister for finance Dr. Kiselato Forsen Fred Eddie Obia Otunifo wo sikasam ho ntoto ye ho ona ye ne no atwetwe nkomo no meda me mba betena ha ye Ghana for adwuma na me nti munja messages na mo de send munja isa
Piesie
bill no semitwe bi live bill no semitwe bi mitwe mi no
Piesie na nim ade a wada na di ma na ye mwa hwe nansen utility tariffs yi ba abonti say implement aba no MPP for na di assembly call social media say ye ka kire mo on say ya tum ama mo ye yi levy ya tum nanso eyoma ban
ene koye sanse se no
ba mi ene koye sanse se omo ni IMF
but you know what I'm happy about
me ba Piesie do ma me fancy o ene ni o ma sign say 3 months bia
yentu kanea bomu ene
isuo bomu enso omo na omo ye hu dede social media
omo yale you ba dam
eye da bia me ka say Ghana fo ahunu mu awie emi bia Ghana fo ahunu mu ene yenye te ya say adie bia ma ye be kire ma kire Ghana fo
yes no entina me kan
ye bia akoso Piesie
me sem betena ha Ghana fo aduma me sem na mabonten a obi ahia me Piesie we na ekoso me ba betena me mba me favor obi a one thing I'm happy about the fact that Frederick Emisa ye friend no wakasa
yes
the way osi pagana for acho the way osi chire nsem che Ghana for
yes
last year na ye obi mani chire nsem say last year
obi omunya sabre no
ye dundum nkane na esi ye pedum so timetable ye na e ka kire yen
yes
na mo na mo aban foforo aba mo baba ma aban mo podam mo yale
ka bond holders ya semi na wo kan na kwan yo mo fa so mo se mo nyeska na mo di tuatua ka because no mo ready budget anyway no wa kire Akufo do time 123 ministers ma ma te so be 60 niema be bi wo hwehwe so e na ma se ska na be don Piesie okay
Mate me da say obrempon ana meni no edi dwumadi we edi bremo sabre sa wo hwa kyerɛ na kakakra na abo 820 ena no pay e wa ha say okay 823 ya mama kwa ba Dwaboase dwumadi so ne wo TVXYZ live on Power 97.9 ya betena se Dwaboase so ye Ghana dwuma na e ba be ye so mo man no ye twa ho abetew mo messages no me ba mekenkan de amamo ye ba isia
ma yɛmfa nkyea soronko ɛma yɛahwɛfoɔ ɛne yɛtiefoɔ a mohwɛ yɛn na motie yɛn sabri True World Pharmaceutical Company Limited ɛna mama ɛna no pa nso yɛne mu di ahyia na ebi ana ɛnani da ɛdi kan a wohwɛ yɛn ana wotie yɛn ɛwɔ saa platform wei so a True World Pharmaceutical Company Limited ɛyɛ Indian company kɛse a yɛaso yɛ no ɛwɔ India na yɛn no ne bi wɔ wiase afa na nyinaa ebi abɛduru Ghana hanom ama Food and Drugs Authority ayɛ nhwehwɛmu ɛde afa yɛn no ho agye ato mu sɛ ɛyɛ papa enti Ghana for ɛmfam wɔ mo ho ban enu a yɛde abadwaman so no ɛdɔɔso yɛbrɛ ni so a enti yɛntumi ɛnkasa mfa ne nyinaa ho na mmom yiwaso yi yɛntumi amɔ yɛreɛ so a yɛde nkasa ne ba wie ya yɛde telephone numbers no ɛbɛto dwa ne yɛreɛ bi a ɛdi onya no watumi afrɛ na wone yɛn asusu ho ana wone yɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ ɛdura yɛbi kan kasa afa ho ɛnɛ ɛyɛ True World Vision Capsules True World Vision Capsules no ɛyɛ ani ho adwuma mepatwɔ mama yare wo hoi ɛya na ani yare nso ɛya nipadua na akɔ nyina yɛn kanea nyame de ama yɛn ɛyɛ yɛni enti sɛ wani no ɛho to kyima ɛwɔ sɛ womani hia wo ɛduro baako a ɛbɛtumi aboa wo ɛyɛ True World Vision Capsules yɛno ni nyina ɛyɛ India hama ɛne yɛkeka bɔ mu a yɛde ayɛ yɛno yi mepatwɔ ebi a na wakɔ hospital na doctor akacho sɛ pressure bo wani no so ɛna wanya glaucoma mepatwɔ wote hɔ no ma na ayɛ sɛ wani no ɛso yɛ ɔhene o pesa ayɛ kɔkɔɔ na ɛpuru nsuo woda sɔre anɔpa na hwɛ lighter na wani no ɛso ayɛ blɛ adeɛ bɛnwo a unhunu adeɛ wɔ akyire a unhunu yɛwɔ bi wɔ hɔ a adeɛ san na esuma du no kra wo saa ɔha wo nyinaa ɛduro baako ebetimi aboa wo ɛyɛ True World Vision Capsules ɛno ɛna ɛwɔ sɛ woma wo nsaka na wani yɛreɛ no etumi ɛboa wo ɛwɔ akwan hodo nyinaa ɛso afei obi a ɛtɛ esi wani so ne broni ka ne cataract uyi obi a ɛtɛ esi wani so a mepacho ɛduro ɛwɔ sɛ hwɛ ne chi akwan ɛyɛ True World Vision Capsules ɛtɛ no efifi ani so a ɛbɔ yɛn ka yɛ efifi ketekete nkakra na ɛyɛ kɛse kate wani kosua lens ne nyina so wonto na mo na wɔmpɛdura dadi ɛba beduru mpɛmpɛnso bi a ɛbɛkate wani kosua lens ne nyina so entinya ade a wobetimi ehu na ade biem ama na yeye wo wɔ ɔha we nyina ɛntwɛn ɛmma wani no ɛmfira Indian for do papa pa ɛwɔ dwaman so na ɛbɛboa wo ɛyɛ True World Vision Capsules mepacho uji True World Vision Capsules na aya kai na ji yedru a eye powder ya ye friend True World Stem Cell no uji Vision Capsules na waje yedru na eye powder no so e de aka ho na enu atimi aboa wo afi yedru etoso mienu a mekasa fa ho ena no pai eye Joint 40s na eye adwuma e wo ye numpem ene ya poso mama awonam tutuo e wo so wonam nyina eye obete usisi yo ya ojo ho a enje etweba oto ase ebesi unase ne ye kan siatika yi mepacho obi a okotodwa ho no emututu waposo nyina ene yi eye Joint 40 intino ama saa honam yiyaw ene yiyaw a wotene waposo cartilage na ho awiwi ama oti pains ni nyina no unya Joint 40 na ebeyi saa ohaw ni nyina afi ho am wasoma adwo mepacho hye ne nsoma me enye painkiller na mom ni akofa yiyaw no ede aba unipadua no mu no eba bi ni nyina afi ho nom ama ohun ato ama wasoma adwo yedru a amanfo edi ho adanse na mepese me kasa fa ho eye Nerve Alive no eye entinimu adwuma ye woni pa bebre e wo ho no ma mama omu wo entinimu yare nanso wo mu nim se ohawa wo mu efamu no eye entinimu yare enu ntina mepese wo yi wasum na utie enchemu ni ye obi bebisa se me wo entinimu yare kra me ede hu se me wo entinimu yare unya entinimu yare a ema unsa etimi ye otitriti unan etimi ye otitriti ewo ho a na waposo na waye mre mepacha unya entinimu yare obi ho na wonante a na yese panie ana pin ewo unamu unsensunsun so we nyina na echewo se wonya entinimu yare unya entinimu yare na mepacha insunsun so ba ko uhunu ni se ewo ho no ma unsa odi so ade a enyunumu ana ade a ehyimu a aya na unya atenka bia se bi waso ade a enwunu ana ade a ehyimu utahu sensunsanso we nso a na wonya entinimu yare ni bi wonya entinimu yare na woyɛ bɛɛma a etumi ma wonya enamu nnɛyɛ enti woyɛ bɛɛma na woyɛ mmerɛ ɛwɔ hɛtɛ so a mepacho ebetumi abase entinimu yare ɛna wonya nti a akɔfa saa ɔhawo yi ɛde aba na indiafo do tatahwe a amanfo edi ho adanse na amanfo agye tuma ɛyɛ entinimu adwuma yie paa ɛyɛ nerve alive a ɛwɔ sɛ utumi ma onsa ɛka nerve alive ni bi afei nso woyɛ bɛɛma na sɛ bi mprɛduasa ɛwɔ hɔ noma na wapɔso ɛyɛ mmerɛmmerɛ na ohunam nyina ɛyɛ ɔya okutudwom etumi yɛ ɔmmerɛ wo nante a nante ho ayɛ den ɛde ama wo we nyina no ɛyɛ entinimu yare ensunsuanso a wohuna ɛwɔ sɛ wohunu sɛ wonya entinimu yare a ɛwɔ sɛ wohwehwɛ indianfo aduru papapa yɛde india hama ɛna yɛ a yɛfrɛ ne nerve alive woma wo nsɛka bi a mama ɛbɛboa papaapa yɛwɔ May 40s wɔ hɔnom a yɛnnuanom ne yɛ papa nom a moyɛ mmerɛ ɛwɔ kɛtɛ so moma mo nsaka May 40s ne bi a mo nso ɛbɛboa mo ɛnyɛ nnura wonom na sɛ bi wɔtumi abɔ adwuma nnɛ na kyena wopɛ sɛ wobɔ adwuma wontumi ɛmmɔ adwuma yɛnnura yɛde ɛbɛdwaman so no ɛdɔɔso mo a moanya diabetes yɛwɔ mu nnuro mo a moanya stroke hypertension mo a moanya koko ɛnamu yareɛ gono ɛne saa nnuro nyareɛ no nyinaa no yɛwɔ mu nnuro ɛwɔ hɔnom ɛsiane ɛbere nti no yɛntumi ɛmmobɔ no nyinaa so mepaakyɛ wohwɛ yɛn ɛwɔ TV no so ana wotie yɛn wɔ radio no so a fa yɛn number no na fa yɛn sisi a yɛn no yɛato apete Ghana fa na baabi a wɔ no yɛbɛkyerɛ pharmacy drugstore ana herbal shop a wobɛnya yɛn no bi ato yɛn number no ɛyɛ 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and a 059 558 2628 059 558 2628 me pacho mo hwe yen ewo TV no so no mo bon se yen no ni nyina ye kasa no ye di mfonyine no e de ato ho no ma yen contact numbers ni nyina nso egu screen so bo modia na fa yen sisi yi na ye re bi a edu nya no yen fa India fo du papa enka ho na emo emma wontumi nya wayaresa ye da yahwefo eni yatifo nyina ase
Special good morning going out to you. Me and Kasa wo me Estefia Kuma wa wamfie. Yabi sra pa. Special good morning so enko Farmer Rose Mensa Gazebo. Me ba konso no Rose Mensa Gazebo aka Rosibo. Baby I will be a Nyankopon san yare. Why? You'll be fine. Everything will be okay. Why? I wish I first Mama Kwaba be able to be Dwaboase Jumede so live on Power 97.9 FM and for TVXYZ. Ya first that Let's Talk Educational Consult or more to me aboapa. Baby is not ready. Are ready then enko. Let's Talk Educational Consult here na obano 6 months to 6 years here fano ye trena there ye de abrofo curriculum na trena there obano be huna there wo mo na dache na ye omode a. Enti for obano bra wo temasa komo no ne mpotem laboni osu labadi Nungwa Teshi Osu Rage Mofam Obane Mra 6 months to 6 years ye ji omo wan kasa ene ye ba be ko TV no so na ye ne omo akwa bonko bo hu ne man kwala ne di sua de aye no tie se wo de ba Let's Talk Educational Consult Madam Time Bomb 0249069821 0249069821 ya woteshi Nungwa Estate Mango Street no so a mayen kwada ye ne Let's Talk Educational for Educational Consult enkobo enkomo ye ba ne aka no ye de beto am so.
Morning once again to you. No, baby, I will take an pay Wednesday as soon. I mean, when I was showing on Facebook, when we're taking on radio. Na minchia or yeah, mama me. Mrs. Edith Ampofo na mincha Finakoma Charles Ampofo major na mincha grandpa SST na mincha Apostle Pakwisi Himas na mincha Waraso as button of a child from Let's Talk Educational Content and it be well, from a dieters Ampofo aka Madam Time Bomb from Let's Talk Educational Consult. That my dad and yabadama yabeshe any parents yabama one in crunch yabacha kana wafado was better to maframa no the places you have to say in your words too. And yame wade wosia na kwanumpo wade wafado wosia na nefa pemnyina jina Teshinongwa Estate idu first junction ebisa the municipal assembly awobetro. It's 5 houses away from the municipal assembly on the Mango Street. That is Let's Talk Educational Consultant. One school is the LTEC school. I be it's more from away the 6 months and above. And see if you're more from it won't go through all the aspects of development to help them grow. And I mean stand tall amongst their peers wherever they find themselves, be it Omaniumu, African country, anywhere outside Africa. Baby bear will find oneself because they will tell you that they are continental kids. They are not just for Ghana. And, you know, that's how we train our kids, and we ensure that as our also helps with one development. One cry and one bay, you ensure that they are safe. Into a button and a plan them na a plan and there a babies and from an so you are safe. After work ababa from hana or your LTEC school but of one bra na wombusia ade na one from bo aside that what about on so was sundre are able to me as I juma za ya wo round na epona abefa hon and so also for the bra na yenhwe na inform mo na able to me follow Let's Talk Education Consult another LTEC school on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. More TikTok. And so there are some videos you can go there and watch. Aside that, so about to my friend on 0249 069821. But your area, so to send a WhatsApp, send a WhatsApp, record your message, not send another type of message, you know, not send more return because if you have a call and a calls for her, and they'll be expecting then America say you pick a call. So yes, it's being worked on, but mom pick a call in many ways in common. But aside that, if you can text, if you can WhatsApp, for sure, and I pay. Yana button yana junaba something do. Okay. I mean now yet to hear. We always say that we want the best for him more from we want to sacrifice to the point where you're being the yana be jina ye ama ihani yenya asumje. Why? Because a button be break there. Mr. Madam Time Bomb, I mean, me dem. Into me pede me bano onyane dem. That's right. Ama ochine bi wa yeni ye wa konenyim aseneme. But I ask myself, how many of you know from and what's it the sacrifice we are making ase? How do they even understand the year choir but no sacrifice and it's for them? Yeah. That I say. Yeah. Obi wa okoba onhone oko school obeba na friend na da obeso obeko na ma nti obehun bebe na bia Sunday and Saturday be so one co occasion bia that is wedding and a year and engagement and bibia and also be one friend. But does your child understand that the sacrifices na he put out there no for honoring to know what I say? Does your child understand even a Juma area Saturday? Because it's getting to a point where I'm having interactions with a number of parents who are saying that, Mr. Sir, they don't even understand the sacrifices we are making for them. They won't understand because in country one, I was in 4 o'clock. You remember the last time we were talking about kids waking up early with their parents and all that. You see, Oban and the man here now, my phone one was very practical. And I'm finding they made my Mary Bray. Look at the time I'm Mary saw. Yeah. On your miracle, on your miraba, or Beko go Moboko day, or the Mebeko school, or Beba. But I hear no a bit more than your assistants will fee washing and more from my hand, making your quantity to me a cocoyano. Do they understand it from that level? Because a number of kids these days think that whatever they need, whatever they want, or whatever button was a man. Because yana papa yana mame, and there are certain things we portray that when you mean we have it, and so and we are also coming down to that level in the sense that we are following a trend. About and we are looking at what others are doing without understanding the reason why obedient back to ballet class and now obedient back to music class, because Obitina ase hu there. Se me buy a Desmond, na se me de no community school, na so we are. At the end of the day, what he will bring out, one, ma check me who do any talent or a passion, something he loves doing. Into so for the mokwanodra or bobuano. Into that is the reason why I'm sending my word there. And there's the general aspect where kids go in to learn, because music alone generally opens the mind of kids. But if we are helping in Mafama one development for one Dutch and we are sacrificing, what path are we doing for them? Yerishe others. Mo worry ye no ye feel minyon could be never could be into me ba kobiana. What benefits is my child going to get? If I say that I am calling on parents to come together, meet me as a let's talk impo. Let's talk about your word. Miss Mabo Buan identify any passion, any talent. Miss Ma Ebe Buama way who can obe for those siazi. And I ebe channel party biamana. You will tell me you are busy. You will tell me you don't have the time. We can ebeka da kwijuma when you could be invited for bibi in Tebeko. Sunday beka chamde it's your rest day. Eko chapel now you want time with the family and you rest. So you won't have time for me. So how will you understand what your child is going through? So your sacrifice should meet up what the child is doing. See, that is why Bronyeba Betsnase. Sorry, I have to use this, but Obesha da wajembe kakra. That is why so one kwanebane soccer game okra.
It's a big deal.
Thank you. One kwanebane recital, not poem recital, as in music recital, or a big problem because from the onset, infants, what 10 when there, afraid this is the part. That is why Obi can answer you can't go to Manchester and train fingerlings. You can sorry, but I have to say this. Because they start grooming them in kitty. That is where the academy really works. So I'm drawing our attention. Academy no. After 1920, academy. Academy go and go right. So you see, a parent will struggle, and at the point, I had some kids coming to me for Saturday school. They were doing very well, and I loved it. But I could identify that this boy need zeal, need be with whatever you are learning. A sport example, is related to sport. But the business example, entrepreneurship, or the football pitch, or the there. That is why you are able to advertise this for a minute, and somebody will get up and go and buy it and come and sit down and watch the game. This child, whatever you do, and between 6 to 7, I had to encourage the parent to ensure that even if not, I found any time at a point should be spent with this area. So in your ball and obe develop or talk about sport. Obe ye BB related to sport. So don't take it away from that child. But in no son me yepe da friend yen intino na yen sacrifices no akopem because here is the kids will go to school and come mana ne yebe show one result ninti meet your school fees we be in a day ya ninti into one yonko for work and day na ya. Did you have time to go through? And even if you went through, what did you do? You just paid for a teacher to come in. Did you really identify areas where you're challenging, my friend? No. And even if you identify, do you know the role you can play as a parent? From school, teachers and guidance will tell you that their parents played a role. So in there, maybe so the what role are you playing? And is that role meeting up with that sacrifice? And aside that, are you deciding for your word? And that decision you are making for them, is it actually what they really want, or actually what is going to help them? Instant Let's Talk Educational Consult is not just about coming to sit in the classroom and then learning. Make sure as a parent, one-on-one, I will let you know this is what we can do. Because whenever you come, you are busy, ready to pick up your word and go. But if I have 2 minutes with you, there is something we can talk about. So please, I beg you, sometimes when you are called upon as parents, don't go and sit and go and ask only questions that will benefit you. Ask also how you can play a role in your child's life, helping them to do one homework. Paying their school fees, which is your responsibility, is not enough. So they won't understand your sacrifice. So sit down. Know your child. Eba me as a consultant. Inquiries. I will ask you every detail from you as a parent. Your answers will let me know if you really know your word. And others, I tell them, grandma. No, that is it. Tell me for grandma. Wow. That means grandma knows, and I don't before food knows. Or let me ask the nanny.
Wow.
And you are telling me that at a point you are doing your best to meet up what your responsibility is, but a friend Ankasade, you are not meeting up. That's why we are losing out on our kids. And see, so you count the cash, take them to the best schools, and we don't play a role. Affecting. And the way we are the corner. It's serious. It's not just about exams or pass. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you point blank, the certificates, it just shows that we've been somewhere. Wow. But what is to be put on the ground is your skills you've acquired, adapted, and learned through. That's what you're going. Because me when there be a school, work or engineering department be there was on kaye, a jumbe be an uncle fixing machine be. No work for the first class certificates, no za better home. The first class certificate on one and on. Without the skill and knowledge, the certificate is nothing. Please, as I'm saying, I think we giggle, we smile, we laugh around it, all right, but I am serious about this. I beg you, because you sacrifice, and the sacrifice doesn't meet up what you are looking out for. You do everything to make your child comfortable, but at the end of the day, it doesn't go the way you want it. It means that we are not doing something right. So this morning, as parents, as guardians, sometimes they invite to one bra eye, no one be taby, no one from one from. That's all we need. Into one friend on 0249 069821. 0249-069821. No one follow you on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Education here, BBL. It's not just wearing a school uniform and going to the classroom and coming back home. Thank you.
Let's talk educational consult. And I tell you more and cano say, your money that's in the day, idea who here pa and who here it is a tembiano. You to me eshe na you kind ho nsem yi some catch you no na what madam time bomb our this our conversation no e de ebre ye no live on Power 97.9 TVXYZ Dwaboase dwumadi no so die ya trase ya baba som Ghana ya babon koma ahodo abi onya kopo bo se na bam from the camp of Nasi. It is annual way near Numa Hodo na see a boy, and near Num Papa Tego Sisters Dwaboase, okay, Cindy Thompson, Empress Gifty, Battle Qua, Nyankopo Sunday, MTN Stance in Worship 2025. Ya Konea Kwa called Yankopoye. It is Sunday, Unibabia called. And I will baby crack jai. Yes, you Jani Oya or Adaje. Eti Jani Oye, Nebra, Nayamra, Mayin Yankopoye, MTN Stance in Worship 2025. Koswo, Ewa Kra Hase. 20th of April, our Grand Arena, 6 p.m. Now you check your tum to. A jet triathlon. It's a gospel legend singing and fresh voices. No meaning about be PMO until that you would answer over dressing up from show up. MTN Stance in Worship 2025. Bra, na yemi nyame Easter Sunday. But we strictly by invitation. I invite you to. Minia ba sikababa obotom sikababa opes mo ene agisa wokotwa eye mega cash be star 426 star 5 hash star 426 star 5 hash network bia wosu bia utumi twa bi edi mane ye obetumi edi up to 500,000 Ghana cedis sikadada no 5 billion. Ejesa oya wad now subedibi star 426 star 5 hash all network kono ko twabi Eastern so ye mega promo no ha kai say NLA characters platform no ye wo so pepepe anope o ye furu ye ya udidi na wo ye mu dwa eye also droba kwa me kan fama ye hack semester as a ulusu we to didi a chance na digest obofunu rough Wachika said, ya Nina, ya signs and symptoms of ulcer. Haxa meschane haxa capsules, no FDA diatum, sell betuman numbia manaye. We are banner on your mammas Roman numbi, or bow more ban Okrah for numbi. Unyanya 12 years is well to be numbi. Pharmacy shop bia, Ubenya haxa meschane haxa capsules, nibi. eti kona ko pebi nom na afi won so honto Ducat Pharmacy wo Kaswa Tema for call Little George wo Medina for Monko Cat Pharmacy for 0240238310 0240238310 Mechami of a Little George Meteon catcher pa Sansona and Chiakasia pa and consume farmer me and Kasame chairman international chairman Bonsu and this chairman never kadi Chama Eastay was I me call I was your for my uncle and Cobon Como to our Dreams Fertility Clinic here ba Yababon Como and so has a anopay a year Mrasibini baako ha ye no ebeba bebon community wo de ma yitwa ye ho mra na ye mon komo with dreams ye wia ye beto aso
na me fa ntia kese ema Dr. Shirley Williams or that Dreams Fertility Clinic no ye can dreams dia na kese awo ho asem nkuto dreams insa stroke dreams insa kuku dreams insa honamani yare awo se oba ope awo me pacho di kan fa number no ansa na number na hu hia me pa be bona man be 1 million ansa number sorry number no 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 and 0597 225 388 0597 225 388 and 0597 225 389 0597 225 389 na Dreams Fertility Clinic meka wasemi enye clinic unimu da ne bia clinic efi abrochimemu UK any New Zealand maimu na bagana UK no na clinic ni busy but yen ro no nyina no is manufactured from New Zealand.
Okay.
The honey akoye ro na ya ba ya clinic no UK na ya bagana na doctors here Ghana ni watena Ghana memu akotena buchi memu na oye midwife waye adwuma che na awo ehu adwuma na wako akohwehwe mu hu se Ghana ha ne de ade ba kwa ma nipa ro ko pa na nipa yesra wontimi nsre se oba aware anasa awarefo awo emba enti wutie bi na wo obi a wo ade ye friend se fibroid na unya miscarriages wo de ofa ye funu na asay ofa ye funu na asay number no 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 and 0597 225 388 0597 225 388 we do Dreams Fertility Clinic ahoy emphasize kan oba eho ye 80 to 90% success rate. It is more better far from so IVF. Oba Dreams Fertility Clinic here oba wo fibroid ye ma wo drama fibroid anane wan kasabu si wo furu na aye kese no atwe at a spot me pacho Oba Dreams Fertility Clinic now your bar uko menstrual disorder o de obu unsa buru obi wo tie misisi ni nsa buru ohu bi ache enye se o breastfeed the only person na nipa 2 pa omo wo kwan so mo mbu omo nsa oba wo do the menopause stage ene oba omo akola no for so obi makola no for no dey automatically osisi menstruation but se wo ni saati bi ni nyina mu a na wo ye under age wo ye below 40 wo ye below 45 na umbu nsa na ye bon kai ne se awo hu ba ba ye wodin oba wo umbu nsa ne chese wo twabra nso chese wo twawo enu nti se wo tie mi na wo 23 20 obi wo kwa ye de awo no from da ye wo no be pem se bi a owo 20 25 ombu ni nsa da me pacho Oba Dreams Fertility Clinic ye be ma wodru a obebu nsa enu ye no to nchia 3 weeks 3 good weeks I was say within from the day ma wodru no kopim that period of 3 weeks you know I was say within bu nsa number no 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 now 0597 225 388 0597 225 388 tie me ye pa me pacho woyɛ maame a wɔtwa mu menopause stage wɔ 40 years akwa kosi 55 60 years tie ha ni ye nya common ensi da obi anya bi wo wiase mu ha wɔ from 45 years wo de wɔtwa bra obi anum se wɔtwa bra wo pese wo san wo pese wo san wo bie mu a wo ba dream fertility clinic a wo ba ye be ma waduru ye ma waduru the first 3 weeks in wo a wadu menopause stage a wo 50 years 55 years a wa ba bro wa no ye be ma wasan ye bra bio 3 weeks and wo ba ye no 20 a embro 3 weeks ye be ma waduru am wasan ye bra bio wo ye bra pa wo be san awo bio enura ye isu organa anu say ana ye clinic ho no enye bibiduru eye organic medication organic inuane nura ya keka boma ye de sa awo ho problem into oba ya ka kire say utube no ma block so utube ma block ya na wo de achin ba bia na se nkoya ubedu dream fertility clinic me pacho o ho abrofo nkwa na twa scan ho ho doctors na be show me pacho bra dream fertility clinic e wo tema community 22 number na media ma wo frɛ number no a direction ya kwankyere bi a wo pɛ bia no on sabeka number no ye 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 and 0597 225 388 0597 225 388 me patcho be di ma asem kwa wiye no obema ne nsore bema ya catch us say o low sperm count bema o ya impotent o de ne kra de yes bibia nya adwuma nkasa anything about fertility mesrew men ko bibia nkwa mata makwa enye ye me nhwa asem dreams pena obi a waba honom na di adanse se men so mafa obi a ontimi mba honom eye obi a oni kunu oni ne bedi ahyiamu ana oba ya yiwa wo de enu pe na ye ntumi ntriti maw but se wo hia won kwa na wo de da wo yem na wo bema ana oba wo ne be hyiam kwa de amepacho bra dream fertility clinic on temen kada ene bra dreams faka ne ko tema community 22 friend number no ye maw direction na won so wo be wo afa ho afa wo ba ensida so wo be ko dreams na wo ye se obia ewo enti wan wo nya wo no and found e be a friend unexplained infertility wako hospital yes ye ni ma de kodi ama wo wo block tubes and I say wo fibroid and now nya miscarriage sane amani nyina ya fa no pomasibre na ye de aba na ye de saw yare doctor eyo ba te say wa ye adwuma na che 25 years wo UK and wa ba Ghana so ba beboa enti misrew madema sem kwa wiye number no 0599 555 220 0599 555 220 and 0597 225 388 0597 225 388 and 0597 225 389 0597 225 389.
All right. Crucial 40 Dreams Fertility Clinic and I call no. I got a bon common area. Akasima na ina abo no nkron e ofide ma no nkron ba ye be start na ya bo ye nkomo no a ese yetumi ebo no ma menya birthday wishes be simple see na fi ye nto aso mene doc nso ever Dr. Usman Abaha doc me start ya di unya ma ha unya ma so unya ma akwa ba bibi aboko de me ba ma menya me birthday wish ni wie why ma menya me birthday wish ni wie na message kra mi hu o raf message number okay happy birthday going out to Mrs. Lawson Che Rebecca Che Lawson. We every wukuno Dr. Lawson, aka the Virgin Doctor. It's a Virgin Doctor wife, and then the birthday. Party no Monyana Monfrey. I Monyana Monfrey. It's Madame Rebecca Che Lawson, Dr. Lawson. Nere Enewo. ena your birthday nyankopon shira pa afiri ukunu ho wo say odo papa wo say wo ontumi nja wo da uja na obewu Babesanya another birthday wish and also happy birthday Enkoma Abigail Pokuya Tete aka Chantel no okay happy birthday to Abigail Pokuya Tete aka Chantel na ya wawoda nyankopon hira pa na wonto nkwanem woma wa ho fe no enye bibiri sa we efri Ralph ena ono edibai enye Ralph XYZ2 Ralph ba kono di okumanse no wona edibai mame koma doc akwa babium na fe yemo enkomo ene anope Dr. Osman ewa hase doc akwa babium bibia bokode yeda nyame ase Dr. Osman ewo Nature Blend Hospital one epanyipa wodano ena anope mo se yeka heart attack wasem eno so eden heart attack no eno no etumi ba atwansa na se edika boni panka ya ansa na aba
yo me that say na mema ahwefo ne atiefo nyina achen yaka say heart attack na simply reduce blood flow and as emoja dodo a se nketimi ko akomanum na entimi ankono eno enema akomana juma wo ye no de etoape nti eno no tisase na ewusi ka say etimi ba suddenly no eno no gradual process na ade ebesi emoja akwan say emoja entimi enko akomanum no ade a ye will be bit cholesterol and as a fat and as a sradie ebetima de aba emoja num and as a beda duro ben na say fa emoja eko akomanum na sanse de ba nipadua no emu no enti say emusi anase plaques ni bi anase empo cholesterol no say plaques ni bi emu epaya rupture honum na de blood clot eba no edi moja toa eba ewo arteries no mu enti eno no be prevent enough blood that will have to go into the heart into a hormone and a heart attack ne be set in but idea it start gradually
exactly. And it will be a obenya heart attack bia na enye se dakrona start na de na ebo won kaye ma hu se ebia wakoma no oba benya sa attack no
na edikan no bo se utiminya chest pain. No, say there will be a chest pain.
On your press about to
okay. Then that is the same. The pain that can also spread to other part of the body. Utiminya pain be sabi wojo. That's what time. Utiminya pain corner the neck.
To be on the coin
and yes, will be on the coin. But that's how that pain no spread it. Heart attack ni pain no spread it ebeba ojo ebeba okon ebetimi so aba wachi this way mo abete that pain no wachi and the same heart attack no etim the shortness of breath eba it was nipa no home a insisi so bu home ten insisi so akoma no betimi abon ten to say na yesi e kan and the same heart attack no etim the indigestion eba etimi say the heartburns eba yeah nti obi wo ho a na onya heartburns continuous
heartburns no yemfa say wakoma no na enye adwuma yie na ede ba no ene also difference in yeden
difference na ewo mu ene say because of say akoma no enye na adwuma yie enti circulation very poor no enti ehonum na be ma wo anya that heartburns no also ne de na ode ba na enhyehe to say that of heart attack no and I say be a reduced blood flow and I say emotion and secreting because what happens is when there's poor circulation of blood, you know, because the blood will have to move with oxygen. I say and man life. It is because of say I reduce there's going to be this pain that will come into the heartburns will set because more of the acid will move back to the esophagus.
Acid free
and acid free so then it back
the acid reflux
very good. It's in that and also the indigestion is in so because there's no proper digestion then the bundle of muscles there's a bundle of muscles yes it may relax for the flow of food and water a better relax at the wrong time time and can relax aduane na besin twema yes e close no and close at that given time then ebema acid be back to the esophagus that can lead to the heartburn.
It's a dear pan a day sa akomayare no eba
ye on say the edikan no the fatty aspect in nuane a ye dia
junk food
cholesterol and yen time ye didi On the time I did and we are always stressed. The body is always stressed. It's one says body near stress, digesting cry any day, and your papa, and no can make a factor where the office say a good nuclear will not digest properly.
Nyabotre mami. Accra high tea.
Yeah.
Greater Kumasi for our more hemi.
Yeah.
Pressure kwao.
Exactly.
Obite a dodoa. Osoriamo mache 4.
Yeah.
What the traffic musa enumre or the traffic mu obedru fie na bobe 8.
Sure.
Odidi we ya wa bremani kum na makwa koda. Enti yen sa for no yenye den.
Dear woman say unim say obekwa kodru fie na de asa. Into at least a jumum ne betima about 4 p.m. Jumum and as 5 p.m. betima to jumum dia. Yes, at least from 3 down to 5 no. Now what me the BB mood. And you could do then 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. No, you need here baby. They here in Sia about my day. Now what? But what you come now free that time now do for 7. I come the won't mean that. And never for so I'm with the BB. And because
I'm only kushia ni sardine.
That's it.
Jollof ne akokona.
And at that time no so nkebe.
Fufu ne aponchen krakra.
Nkebe here say about 7 no fufu adiasa eni fufu and I say ni aduane anwa edoso wom. But we betime di aduane e nsuo aduane. Na wudi a watwe be say don huri mienu bi ansa na wode ho beto a wode ho.
Ana doc na me madidi awie na mani kum na mpesa me da say me sorry how much no.
Won say ade e wo mu ni say sa condition ya yeke. People with high blood pressure etiminya heart attack. People with high cholesterol etiminya heart attack. People with diabetes etiminya heart attack.
Okay.
Enti say ja wo na say sa condition we nyina set in na heart attack ne gradually ne ebetima dey asset in. Yeah.
Nti say heart attack ne ba any paduane den.
Yeah, when you say heart attack no say idea some people attack ne ba otimi form efrimu.
Otumiwu.
Yes, otumiwu. Because there's lightheadedness and there's sudden dizziness. Etimi esati in. At that time no onipa no etimi feel pain no ewo nakoma no then obetimi nsu atwa ahwe. So in a sense of say nipa no charge no say bia o charge mo na ne ti kobo ade mu no obia eniwa at that particular point in time no obetimi ade akọ ana empokra no say attack no ba na say you reviving back na say at the end of the day no ye ntimi anya no say ne say this nipa no betimi den afri mu e de akonti heart attack na ya de etimi nipa afri honom but won say but ye nyuma ye lifestyle ye nyuma bebre so etimi de twetwe but say ye ne youth ya say ya be ya say bibi the energy drinks say no all the time ya de a dry arteries no enti ema ye ka say arteries no so e be dry pe emoja circulation enya papa so it can reduce the amount of blood that's supposed to flow into the heart.
Nyabotre sa energy drinks no.
Yeah.
Say aban kire say nipa no ma eyeye. Nti adenti na wo say emayenom.
Good. The woman say there's too much
FDA this stamp team so.
Any day team so but the woman say there's caffeine in it. The caffeine and the guarana. Caffeine is very good for human system. The truth is, caffeine is a natural stimulant. And the casa be a stimulant in the human system. It means when you it means stimulate emojano. It means emojano ayaha. So the be a bit circulation. But se ofa emano Bruce would have funny baby. Bruce when you then it dries the arteries.
On the debia. Obenum bako.
Enti sa ohwa energy drink na ye kwa kofa no. Ohwe caffeine no meals are a woman if you are 750 and even the human body needs up to 350 meals daily. You get it? It's a basa and no and about abaya excess. It's a no and a bed dry arteries. Into the more no more ko him what the officer you are enjoying. No more because of the caffeine into the quickly no
energy.
That is why you can also be addicted to it because of the caffeine.
And also to me
you can people get no na akase se obi wo wa no do level bi ojaya enye yi
ti de bia no akoto
ti sa nipa no ewomu obetime nya heart attack because there's going to be the arteries betime are dry. Then arteries no so drier it should be much for proper circulation. So a dry peristalsis and as a movement of blood enye papa bio
it will be the stroke ba
sure it is it can it does
how
because the woman say a basa no e deny proper blood circulation even into the brain. Then when that thing happens, say the amount of blood that's supposed to go into the brain, no, reduce you. It starts with even headaches.
Ntobia ni tie ne ya bia no or risk factors ni biana.
Yeah, and yet obia ni tie na bia na risk. Nti na ma wuti ya wo ya e se hwehwe the cause of the headache.
Yeah, headache
nankasa enye yare o. But the woman say there's a cause, there's underlying cause of what? The headache. Nti ye behwehwe na ye hu say DNT enama uti ya ya emoja ni ntimi enko adwenem sane SSC kwa na anase empo waduane na embro yi anase blood pressure mpo ene wosro ni na ese hwe ni anase bia srade mpo ene dose wo nipadua no mu a ena ema emoja ni ntimi security enko adwenem yi a ese hwe ni nyina tinye se bia obi ani tie na bia is at the risk, but the risk factors no people yene mema no at the age of 45 ye de kono ye betimi anya heart attack and a man so from 55 years e de kono on betimi den anya heart attack.
Enti obi duru sa age na wonye den
obi duru sa age na de di kind se e so hwe na didie mu yi.
Okay,
ade wudi de wonom emra wudi didi enso important and apoma tenetene nso no ene se didi agro ye na ye youth ye sa bra ye be eni se di apoma tenetene di agro and ye mpanimfo no nso kra no won se wanyina duru baby if them 55 echo no nisa okotu mrika bia gidigidi but yes exactly a little walk bia ebeboa nipadua some distance bia ebeboa nipadua na akipu nipadua no healthy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mate eti doc wanya bay de na say obi wo hypertension wako ye say tembia ni BP wo soro ni ade obi anya sa issues we bi ni tita pa ni pa oda wonda insomnia nyina keka ho wo mara he.
Okay, all right. And need you better to obey Umbra Nature Blend Hospital. So Oba Honomo, a Honomo, you better all the necessary tests. You better check enzymes in na. Na you who say your cassette and now seek a TRA and BB and a deba. Who won't nasia now tea ya until buy a baby BMO. Na you exactly near Ayo and Sana ya tro a drew
more him.
You would Oyarifa special.
Oyarifa special.
Baby, free baby, your bedroom at dinners on go Janshina. Would they also faka eba Oyarifa special natural mo say wo be si wo hospital na wo anointed no wo be si away any because ye wo ekwan no ho so wo say oni ye ekasa nso a ye number na 0262 556020 0262 556020 o friends wa mia na mefa na mene wo akasa esanso ye WhatsApp line nti ubetimi a WhatsApp ye all the why lab na won tiase a ubetimi atwa e de ascend ye be interpret
Mate doc ye da say Yankopɔ ba next week ye be say share doctor Osman Aten en Kano Nature Blend Hospital. Eti abusua for Dwaboase dwumade no so ne ye ba online ne ba betena se na ya kwa akobo enkomo komo na ye ba bebo no efa yewura John Dramani Mahama na mamu a wobu e wo Ghana ha nyamebo a wo tena 100 days in office. President John Dramani Mahama ebenya 100 days in office na bo a wo share no wo ka kire Ghana for say within 120 days or dwumade bia wo bedie e wo kurom ha na ehun sem etesen ye call honorable doctor Kukwado ho doctor Kwaba
ye nuampom to say
Yankopɔn adom bibi aboko
ye there
Ablekuma West for one ho ye
obia ho ye no pem ko fa krom kakra
sawo ho
ne ye hwe ye flooding areas no say senior his excellency our hwɛ sɛ flood na me hayen no next year nso yɛ mpotem yɛ man yɛ ni kɔ achi
o na dansoman wo no
dansoman
first na dansoman yɛ flood ba nan say e flood say yɛ say afro no sansa na manfo afelia ama akwakɔ yi bibie wo ho eti wo de wonim ma mitwa me ho na me peska kakra bi won
me mate
na me mra eti se me ba san komo ni nyina ye bebo because flood ho asem na ehia enti abusua for honorable Dr. Kukwado Reverend Kwa ka ho ona no pay me de na etwetwe komo Ablekuma West mo mra hye bedwane no ma ye ntwa ye ho na ye mra ye ba na ye de komo na ahyehye so enko ba bia
Let's say to Bibia and Bibia Pabas from Pokra.
Abusia yare bɛn ɛna ɛha wɔ yare bɛn na ayɛ kwan kora wode akyinɛkyinɛ a wonya ano yie ɛndeɛ gye berɛ na menka for Lion Aid Clinic Ghana ɛmfama wo ahankoa ɛna abɛpie mu a yɛde bibiduro ɛsaw yareɛ ɛma wonya nsonsunsansobɔ ne bia abusua sɛ yarefoɔ ɛbɛpie mu ɛwɔ Lion Aid Clinic Ghana Dr. Biodɔ ahodoaseɛ ne ahofama sonko kora ɛna ɛhwɛ yarefoɔ no ɛma ne ho tɔ no abusua sɛ woba bɛpie mu wɔ ha se ya yɛsa ɛnam yareɛ bi te sɛ syphilis gonorrhea candidiasis deɛ nipa dodoɔ no anim sɛ yɛfrɛ no white no yɛyɛ pabene ɛwom ɛwɔ ha sei abusua woyɛ bɛrima wokɔsi n'anim a wontumi mmoa adwuma ɛmiɛma ɔmo ɔpiafo ana Lion Aid Clinic se bra na ɔmfa bibiduro ɛma wonyina wo nan so sɛ bɛrima mapa sɛ wo nso so woyɛ ɔbaa anaasɛ awarefoɔ wopɛ ba wonyɛ bi woakyina aberɛ bra bɛpie mu ɛwɔ Lion Aid Clinic Ghana na wobɛte abɔfra so ɛwɔ wo fie
adɔfo a wɔhwɛ me mosomfo kofiti ɛbɛrɛ kakra ne meyare a na meda hɔ madamfo bi baa me nkyɛn me introduce Lion Aid Clinic Ghana ma no na metu ɔnamɔ no mekɔɔyɛ ne mohwɛ me ɔmomɔ maduro ɛnɛ me ho atɔ me nti wo a wɔhwɛ me a w'ani daa so asa mekamfo Lion Aid Clinic Ghana ma wo sɛ woso tu ɔnamɔ bra na abɛnya wayaresa
salamu alaikum na zo nan ga asibiti ne amma ciwon da na zo da shi na ga an tiriti na samu sauki yasa duk wanda zai zo musulmi duka ya yi kokari ya zo nan wannan asibitin ga zai samu sauki da saukin kuma kuɗi ba wani caji insha Allah da samu sauki.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Maxwell Aziz Mensah. I'm the founder and senior doctor of Lion Aid Clinic Ghana. Our mission is to provide you with exceptional herbal medicine treatment and holistic healthcare to all our patients. With our team of dedicated staff and innovative treatment, we are here to support you to becoming a healthier you. Thank you for trusting Lion Aid Clinic Ghana. Lion Aid Clinic Ghana, your #1 healthcare expert.
If I show better, I'm sure you'll bag it.
Brad, and not so good.
What time about me? She see about Queen. Why you say?
Brad, said your time about Mister. It's your Jimmy fearful, and not your back of ever so.
Really, I don't disagree.
Brad, so make us a me time about Mister. Tahwa dansia riase nyina ebetemenka enti se malaria wadra ni time herbal mixture
anya nuko de nanu mato a wontumi anidie no wadra ni time herbal mixture edre anya ma oba wa fafuro de wo ma akoda nofo anya akoda a woni mfie dumienu ansa na obeto time herbal mixture edre ibi no hwese wako hospital anasa lab am wo hu se wo atride malaria ibi ansa
ayo se time ni TIME time herbal mixture afi malaria fever bi Ziba ewomuno ebetra ubenya bi ato ewo over the counter medicine sellers any herbal shop to do na mu FDA agi edwadue nkratoi ato.
She's coming. She's coming.
Oh, it's in.
Boss, let's go back. Here, take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh.
Pay safer and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
Yefem na kwa me taxi driver na enka na me sisi. Eso me sisi na ka me na to na twetwe
binya 3p garlic mixture no aboa me pa
That's a miracle be wadro. Just a mafuno pra so you see chimian kasa me umi esi so kasa me umi anensi so. Obekasa de bibi hye me so bi no. Na ye normal. Ni bi fine ti no ti pa me sa 3 days ni. Ebe na kasa de Nyankopon de ayi bi ahodi che ma yi bi nya sam ketwa anam se we de me fro aka so na. Me fa hye me nkwa na.
Me de abe. Fa 3 years ni. Na ase me gina wa me na mo se shinya se me kwa me de ameko bi amu so much me duru. Abe 3 years ni o. Tema, you am ye maji say and me jana saya le nem kumi preko and 4 days ana me koto 3 garlic mixture ni say ma me kase yankupo no yam say and ya me no kase me wa to me a me din wa me ntia hye
3p garlic mixture ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e 024 89 288 24 and 020 100 002.
Abusha for live on TVXYZ and a Power 97.9. Yatanasi Omana Tanasi Waha, Member of Parliament Ama Blikuma West and Atanase. Honorable Reverend Dr. Kwekwado. Mpacho akwa babium.
Yeah, na mpom to say.
Na kopandom. Okrah you problem. You be free on ayako you John Jamani Mahama so no ye national conversation. Now woka flats and one sem. First, not down so many injury, and then down so man for complaining says saying so to be a down so man potem be Ramsa site a hodo why ya fro. I know who can say nipa kwatena hono. I am not saying so to a jeans you know now a minute now we in kakran crowd their quail pumuno. Yes, ye debesi dine, ye debesi stores. As a member of parliament, I won't put him more. As a minister, but a serious issue. Again, a more ye at their phone because you are John Mahama say a reset Ghana. Intinema ne ye ne caneno, yen ye bium.
That's right. Well, Sunny Alcano, sir, but Sunny Bifias, Michia, Ablukuma West for you na talking about flooding, but a tobry beer. I am per se me real to myself.
Okay.
Say, oh, I Ramsey side. And then ye jaya man Crawford to Mrs. Adaya and Sana. Ye nearby and who say at the flood and eba.
Obi ma permit.
Obi. So I will be unshed any permit. What the AC dine war. But I am for now and Sassinia one day no. Or also say, war fill it and war tone, or filling war tone, and the dear bit.
I am for no problem. Oh,
but problem they say, so he didn't turn now one ta. Sena sasena na zinsu no be wo ho
obi anso person be kwa kwatena kruto nto hu asasase no kruma no kreska ope
but then no wa wi yemu because o feeling the same na ubesi dan no na mfia he na ebedi ansa na dan na mem but yen call the actual solution to the problem when we call to say otodwa drainages gutters ese ma insu kra afi kuro no na pie no ebi nche dan yo wahu inti no so insu no to ebe yiri but ye no mo nso a insu na he na afi eko now and becomes a second problem.
Okay,
what I said, then we look at our natural habitat now and also say you know I say how do we recover it and I pay last week more baby regional minister and the tax force by a bear demolition just to create could you believe that Sunday me one of your friend me say we are saying fairly me catch you so Sunday I had to call the regional your friends and security regional national security we commander to let them know that these things are going on until no now as I say my boys need be echo prevent the people from bringing the trucks in and wachi I no pay I took a walk over there very early in the morning
if I otojo
unso your car free malam market echi baby and Sakaman for Boshi until no say bad dance mom the Ave Maria o fast and intending so no echo nyina when I didn't
Mount aside
yeah now kwa nkrofon so free malam we just said two baller egum edi mia insuno towards otojo into yes no matter what you do nso to enya baby nko wa huntino it's a multifaceted solution NSC.
Okay, so it's only free a year lafanum hosana a babe famo ho na akoprum right.
Yes, say fire ho na nke fa pambros in chemu ho pambros so a blocky baby wo ho Oh, I didn't because or no yet ni wastewater we no. Into no ball na say ko. Na nsu na fi lafa mu etimi ba. Baby a pambros or no wa blocking so e den oyi fi ho na nsu no so e den etimi twam. Na eno achi nsu ba kon so tenefa o left. Eno no cut towards Dansuman Ebenezer down. Edenam opetekwe anu ho sa then so de ko glefi.
Okay.
Uko do glefi nso a ohon so amount for the ball age ho. Inti jatakpo na eno so anka say ye reservoir no eno so AC.
Because a man for a 2 ball ago. Okay, so now no, we know the problem.
Yes.
Problem no wo. Yeah, you MC.
Debbie.
But say your coordinators no friends
coordinating directors.
Coordinating directors no. They are there. So I think say then kita ho die na aba ho. Woni regional minister then common modi. E dey afasa issue we.
And to say one, yeah, prevent Nkrofo from bringing in more light try to fail. And we are one.
How are you preventing?
Osentino, we are having checkpoints right at the 3 main entries. Snake Flats Hall, Kefit, and Afe, Tunga, and Hono. Which the police commander and the patrol team are aware for that. We stop the library from coming in. Then, secondly, after the holidays, we go and dredge where the demolition happened. So the gouge now, SSC, we get a good volume awaiting the water. Then the next thing is to go towards where Pambros, also to break that barrier. What he has here.
All right.
And then the fourth plan, which I had a stakeholders engagement with the residents, they've all agreed that so got a dana wo fie anaso wo was akwanuma obia say when the mum yemubu nentwam na yenyina ye honton. So then that will be the last phase. The internal gutters, the internal drainages that's going to fall into the reservoir now say the site no no so yaye
eti why mo na lead sa park na mode kwakoye sa ejuma no Ghana Police Service anase
no say the team that came was a combination of police, NADMO. Yeah, for me, I saw prisons. I saw your friend is saying
national security,
immigration, boss. One of their bosses was there. It was a whole team, that task force that the regional minister and Torajun become. But you know the internal arrangements. They say coming together, getting the roads, the gutters and things done, and they say it's under the purview of the coordinating with a director. In consultation.
Omache ne se dina ese omobo no minim ne nte omache nipa ba be apply so ompeso mu DDC mo ye omo interview awie o vet no se den awie ade nte no omache sa
say no de ade bia autobo na ya oye ne ye
wache
and you know we are all in expectation say ambetimi afre na work can move on. But so far, Nintama, double up a year in human bebre. But you know, the flooding issue, let me emphasize, say, once the citizens, the people over there have agreed, and now, because first, no, it was an opposition for them to allow. But now they've seen the effect, everybody is agreeing that they want to support for us too. So I think it's a good time for us to take advantage of it. Get that one done. And then in constituency in there, the other thing that we need to tackle is the Glefe Bolano. You know, it's we brought dredge masters. We are looking at how best we can resolve it as quickly as possible.
So as you are solving this problem, some philosophers have been account. See, human beings, the tendency say you better stubborn high. It's no nipa de oya den na so den. Eti ye dredge ye be den na obi nsan ko tu ball engu hobium. Gata no ma ye kwakotim na lafana eba no nsu eba be bom a ye eba be tim se ne be nsu to ebe fam akona emfa flood na emma no. How are we even protecting the Jumana ya no se ne be ya yensan konko ye bium?
Sentina me can say the first point is to put a stop, which by the police and your friends
send the latrite no asem na woka. No, by refuse na ye na manfo a omo encroach.
It's just an enforcement of the laws. One they know. The sanitation laws are young, so ye creative be young community is to avert our near way. Once a ball and gusu honey and stop a ball by itself. That means it will encourage people to do that. When we didn't one of the plan they say ye be Okrah, one pebe from Fanco. Once I know it's done, then we'll be on baby a such be or necessary ye the money park.
And to say ye MC, you know, Nasa Waba. Would you say war plan B? Blueprint be a more general na modia pay yemfa say amanfo a wono mo ebia sanitary inspectors bi na bibisa. Do you have anything like that in the pipeline?
I'm sure the municipal, they've done their composite budget, the court, and I'm sure they had all the things they wanted to do. But it's on the political end, and so I had a manifesto promises that I also had to attend to.
Yes.
And we'll see how we can merge the two, how it works for the good of them. Because in the open way, it's for the good of the good people of Ablekuma West.
Okay.
And we'll look at that. But with the sanitation thing there, for years I've been saying, we share from me, baby, I remember the last stop.
Yeah.
Air corner, and filth never hono. It's just lack of supervision. Sorry.
Okay.
What you say? My street ni say new filling station ABB on. My husband Crawford started the ball a go. Well, I'm the go. I say 1 day, 2 day be. And me come catch on say no down. This thing shouldn't continue. For me who say air baby.
Okay.
We'll cut next one. Into all I was saying, say if we can get some of the youth to be the sanitation guards, we take them through the basic principles of making sure things are working well, and then vis-a-vis the municipal, we can get them some stipends for doing that.
How are you going to get the stipends? Are you saying some who was our plan to obey no?
Our plan is but I think that's a community. We should also take it up because within the municipal, they have sanitation, they have all the other departments. But from me end, we'll enhance for those things to work because you see, I think it will be an employment generation, we say, medium for us. Well, because what brought this idea to me was when I visited the sea defense, the one now and this near from Dwaboase Edebano. You know, I went there. I was so happy to see it. I climbed up.
Okay.
And then people are just
oh.
With this, you just need 1 or 2 people to patrol it. At the end of the month, you find something for them.
Okay.
That problem will be solved.
Okay.
What you are saying. You know, with that, you come the same way. Just say weekends. Pentecost for a 2 gotemu. Different social groups, but then in the end, nobody makes sure, nobody brings the things back in there. That is where the guards come in. So unam now call now, but now so be here. You are let the person. If you have to call the task force from the municipal to pick the person up, to a fine, whatever. In the end, we are all cleaning our community.
Okay.
But in the end, some young men or women have found some responsible things to do.
Okay.
So these are some of the things we just want to look at concerning friends and sanitation and then also to propagate the separation of friends and trash. Well, we have a lot of schools in Dansuman.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. And I think we started a project. One of my nephews started a project collecting the plastics, which I think we should encourage it. And then I'll discuss when the MCE comes to see how we can find bins to make it available at the public places for people to separate them. Was it pure water, bottled water, black rubber bag, any other? If we can separate it,
white rubbers, more rubbers, banku rubbers,
because it ends up on the field, and then people are there now trying to separate them. So why don't we separate it before the compost ni pebeko? And no so be it's easier.
It's easier, yeah.
And that I think it's something we'll have to spend time and money educating people on it. You know, before now it was just interesting. I was just talking to a friend not too long ago, and also that means a space like this you can have about 4 or 5 this.
Yeah.
So it doesn't become bothersome for people to be able to public education.
Me call a ponano ha me hu sa manfo bi enso kosesa no nso a omokoko recycle ede bibi. I think say omonso no recyclers no ese mutumi ene omonso enya nkitahudie so that omonso omona be yentintia na omafa plastic no se na be plastic ne nko epunum because say omokopo no omokwa mo se omokatch ni nyina wo beti number 3 plastic nko be 2 million.
And it's a world problem one, and then young coastal lines because we say Ghana have from Teshia Edeba udu kole gono ha efi odoni baby abegumu then nyina asanko insunu emponumu and then you look at towards the densu enia into nyina, and I think when we start stopping those things from coming in definitely it won't come out.
Yes.
But I think it's a national agenda that we all have to push for. You see, because sanitation is not for everybody. We all part of the system.
Yes.
Now, and say, bola bani a shini in amana. So back or dump. But so be ban send a brooch, no. Your days here pick plastics, days here pick cardboard, and a days I'm pick ball and cancer.
Yeah.
As I'll pay Jawi on baby out they call. But the other thing that I think I need to mention is me baby or pack plastic bottles baby. That all corner so yan me man me pick up. Or buy no jar off. Because or the bag baby
say oba beton
so nya say 12 cities so say
bebreza pick up mano
and no say that way them say no, but you see one the way I package it it was deceiving.
Yeah.
When you
have to squeeze it.
And, you know, so but these are little things we need to encourage the school children and encourage families.
Over started campaign bisana because resetting agenda na mampenyi edi enim na ye nyina ye di achire no. What he's saying is we can't do the older things that we used to do and then expect new results at this time around.
It's not
possible.
It's
you know we should be seeing new things happening. It's what the enemy him.
No, it's education and ethics.
Okay.
You know, I really think one of the key mess even in a social life, any culture now you're building, it's your ethics.
Okay.
Well, the conscious, sensible things that we need to guide ourselves with to avert all these most of the problems.
Okay.
Because adwin out the philosophy behind adwin out no say your papa what was abc
yeah
what you say but say adwin so I don't care and also baby so whether you look at sanitation, you look at unemployment, I mean any area you find to say obi or insano adwuma whether a plumber, whether electrician, now abia the mindset and they say oh me dom NDC abapa wentino me jai say adwuma no akọ national security and na say adwuma fofra once adwin na wo dey corner enye right. Coming back to ethics, said nia wodi you obi ya wompe no, why would you do it? Say bola ebesi na nsu nyina ba ye nyina ye mfie mu, why do you go dump it in the gutter? So we all live in the
community. Ye nyina so ye kwa so yo. Ye nyina so ye nkramufo. Eti ya kwa anti imam for ne chere yen say emaye ndi bone asofo ne preach chere. Why do we even come to do that? Eti no,
but maybe
are you going to involve
better.
The religious bodies? Schools no. And also back campaign
the religious body, they are already very well knitted with them in my constituency. If say me my catcher won't say leadership send the papa mupa and start if you want sorry them.
Yes. I agree.
And once that happens, because majority of Christians, Ghanaians says we are Christians. Majority of us in the churches on Sunday. So let's use it as a platform to be able to educate the people. Into me, my gender bia, soft bia, me kwa sorry bia. I keep bringing it up. And normally, I'll also push the pastors when they do right.
All right.
If they live ethically, then as you impact in somebody, the person can also see you do it. It's easier for them to do it and easier for them to also tell somebody.
What's the goal be a say bia share till this particular time you per se you achieve results way that's number one, you got this one number two in to emba me flooded because we are doing something right.
Oh, you know, there are time frames, but then we'll say I campaign on the 7 pillars B.
Okay.
And those 7 pillars are the ones we are still working on.
All right.
But Nina so no.
And
oh no, about youth unemployment. As we speak.
Oh, so we are not saying.
Yes, and as I had a youth your friends saying forum with the young ones.
Okay.
As we speak, 40 to 60 children, young men and women are in the skills training program.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Your friend is saying another group will be starting very soon.
Okay.
And then the seamstresses and so on. So we are now setting up the place. Their machines and things are ready for that.
And a national apprenticeship program.
Started.
Yeah.
And then we talked about our women empowerment. We started having engagements with the market women to bring to bring a market day to Dansoman to enhance their businesses. If you want, so as I say, and I believe that training in everything is very important. You can never know. Then we'll look at adult center, looking at the elderly people. Then we look at our infrastructures. Infrastructures, with sports near then we've done all the studies, and then we know the way we are going. That's why we sponsored the second edition of the FA Cup, Accra FA Cup, which they just took off this past weekend. And then with education, so now as we speak, I'm applying for more classrooms in the constituency, because still in Accra, in constituency in Crawford run shifts. Which I also think it's not the best. And then within that same, the only secondary school, in constituency, Ebenezer Secondary School, well, grades, as we've been talking about, it keeps dropping. And I think it's primarily because it's a day school. What you see, and then location here, we think that we should help them bring it to a boarding status.
Dormitories.
They have some structures which are uncompleted, which I think when they complete, it will too. Because they say, they had a hostel there, which had been abandoned for so many years. But as we speak now, at least I think we have about 60 girls in there. And they even, I think, the previous Mahama government brought some beds and things which they never used. Now we are trying to clean them all up.
So how soon?
I think by the end of the year. I think they are having their anniversary come July.
I am a twin indoors, Kakra.
I'm a year anniversary, July, August, more baby. And I think by then, you'll be one. And we hope to get funding. So, a bit to me, I'll be sure my intent. And then the scholarship for Nkwalan Ketua, we think that Akwalebi and CCJ Akwalebi are the next primary, kindergarten, basics, scholarship, and then you be to me be a boa and more to me. Well, into what you're saying, your friends, the minister beautification of Dansoman.
I say, I'm a Dansoman, IFN.
And traffic lights, a major problem. If you have a meeting or urban roads, I know, so you start to do and then, in Finfino. Main Street
median
country international media in the trim, and also we are looking at how to revamp it. And also it's just because the initial way now was too low and over fail into a proba and Zoom Lion and saying or meant I was suggesting when the MC comes with the technical team, we'll look at it, probably increasing it a few more inches up, so that we can have better greenery near there. These are all little things that we are doing too. See, I come and Trotro station. One site be one so and also ball our I buy a trap names one person what the market near there. But ye say ye be youth Lloyd station there war last stop street in Finfino. Now ye the alcohol. Then no properly managed. Well, there no so bit me revenue
okay we are member of parliament our colleague back on independent candidate or I think Gomwa Central A+. Honorable A+ believes say the sanitation bad waste management de ahye nipa ba konsta adwuma no soma nipa ba kon to menye so free say yen decentralize na emabunu na ewo kromo no yempe bi mo na yempe sabobo ya na yebe ne kama they should all be collecting and na yempe some central points be a yesi yedi ba begu ha enti say yedi begu ha na afi bi azum lion no ono oba eye dodo na oba befa u ne ya adwen say yenye bibisa se ne be ya yempotem ebetumi ate achen se ne yehu e organa hai
say whichever way our share no so we are conscious of wo potem a that's a district assembly no so you are conscious of no na then it works me assure say years ago when Obaye no ni ehun bi da.
Yeah. I think 2002 or something.
Yeah, into wabeye new bit ba won say bibia wo ye kono either say is a bit too big and now expand too much until in the end it becomes thin.
Yeah.
When it may be it's at that breaking point, but I think ni nyina is the understanding and the actual agenda for the solution of that sanitation.
But we free say yen decentralize it.
Oh, decentralization to a certain point there is important.
For being so contract now so emboa.
But Dan someone saying I can talk about Meme at a point there was liberty there was Blue BB. There were about 3 or 4. And all of them ended up being the same thing. It's not who or what, but how you better make sure say I didn't be a juma. See, you decentralize it, not competition about it may help for a while, but I will pray. Say even in that way, laws and your friends say you better man near my yekas you better ban Emma because you say one thing I may notice Ghana you pay 9-day wonder. Bibia ye pay my bibisa no obiati akoda and yenye obinya ni sika wi a no atiada but si benya enforcement what you say send ye can about separation of trash the collection dates na no there ebro nipa ba koso a we have to decentralize it because definitely say your company just deals with plastics and rubbers also there deals with cardboard in terms of the education, the propagation, it becomes said with me any year. Then ball and casa ball and soon. If one person is also handling it now because in the end, don't say a human who nipa ba kunti yet. But obiwa kas meso now by genounce went to me and koya. But a bino anyone am more to me yen say see a de mawa and she share one we na ye we one ya say nebc we make sure say anyen so anu aye
ofri say municipal, metropolitan and district assemblies no mom ebetuma enforce eno amana ye te say ne woka no
and see hwe ye local government system need the expected end and can see do there then can say from the municipal no near no we should be able to do see it me ye may adwuma when because municipal no will be bia to send central government one anambwa enti no ese won so na you localize no anka ni papem kra anka say easier but say municipal chief executive transfer no nya adwuma umfini office umpia bonten report here dey ba oje on the desk so oba na hu niam e koso so nti we nyina so e bibia say ye hye won a ye ma won sa akwanya no oti ase na motimi aye adwuma because on nam na wo ye adwuma we the chief executive we that na say wo bro no so na wonim say bia traffic light anya adwuma
Sa problems no e wo kuruma no traffic light nge juma street lights and so near there then na wo ye to ensure because so be a bright in the corner our at the end of the day everywhere will be late right eti wo there na wo ye na ye
some enemy can say to say me say no niema ehia ye no we are tackling it say traffic light say no your friend unpakwa na first or repaired by agency company bi oba ni ehun say eboro no so what you say ntino then urban roads your friend am say na memra ni enkohwe say na amba ya mbetimi aba behwe so wo hwe to say bia your lighting system street lighting na me ka say yes over 300,000 street lights were from last year me free ECG me call
for Dansoman
no for the whole country me call am the ma contractors won ko hihye nti so ko hihye am ko hihye nti say ye hwe kwan a ye be hwe local government minister ni regional minister am be my lights ni bi na ye mbro no so ba bia won na ye aye ye timi dia ko nti no but ni nyina no say na me can is the consistency
yes
say enye so wo pre ho aye bibi but ne yesi so ye bia no ye no mako oba me office your whiteboard wo ha ya listing ne MSC ye nyina ye we are near council ye are near said be count near the count no be feel so man chichere de ni teacher ni say ye nyina be ya adwenkono say ne ye pa man no na no so na stakeholders engagement in na metie panel bi okay say wotena dem na osusu say o me ba be two gata mbeye we fine wako ka kire nkrofo am beka say you me ye hwe but so from be someone say inti ya hey ye be ni say then the obi ad na adwen ba na ye say inti time be na ye start and ye start church na obi nim say ye yes ema o man na chechire na easier that is why me say me MPs forum in fe ni agro every other month be this month at the end of the month share contractors say all down so many na
omo ya ban projects e wo ho
one we are brand project wow we contractor out down so man wow we contractor who sitting everybody that you beat me hold near issues here with one juma and I don't pay me say I drove through one street to be one of the new areas street two cars can barely go side by side
a man for pack one change
no but just quite okay when we don't know but then and I'm to got I'm about more than
to gata
one to got ascent mu ni bibia
okay
but we share kwan na one ma yama on isa ntank wo ye no anka be fine say if there was that collaboration na anka engineer and bet me aka say mumie mu kakra munya we say na muntimi nye na one was can am there so am I the wrong thing if we engaging in BBI SSO but yeah call break is I'm always there trying to meet the different stakeholders na yɛnhwɛ sɛ yɛn plans na yɛ asset no sɛ MC ni ba wobɛhu sɛ yɛayɛ adwuma kɔ yɛn anim
kakra okay abusuafo yɛne Reverend Dr. Kwaku Addo ɛna ɛtwetwe nkɔmmɔ mmarahyɛbadwani de ma ɔmanfo a wɔnom ɛwɔ Ablekuma West ɛna wote sɛ mene no ɛbɔ nkɔmmɔ no yɛnwie nkɔmmɔ no ɔyɛ NDC mmarahyɛbadwani a wɔno ɛwɔ hɔ a wɔsom ɔmanfo ɛwɔ hɔ mampanyi mahama ɛyɛ campaign wɔka sɛ 120 days ɔne Ghana for social contract ɔbɛyi ne ministers ɔbɛyi 60 ɔbɛyɛ wei ɔbɛ start education reforms ɔbɛ start constitutional review saa nneɛma no wɔyɛ 100 days I'm say ɔkyena or whether today or ɔkyena 100 days in office yɛwura mampanyi but there is one big problem ɛwɔ Ghana ha no pɛ yɛbɔ ho nkɔmmɔ galamsey is an issue doc ma yending komo ofri say approach na ban no afa no wonya minister there but minister no your classmate ewo yi or parliament
senior parliament
yeah for the parliament there one class
your classmate your first time as I
minim
and your backbenchers
minim but your colleague member of parliament
yes.
Honorable Muntaka our interior minister womo sa two ministries no and a woman can battery more woman babejo obetumi aka say government we approach our de galamsey no approach a ebeboa vis-a-vis niema ma list blue water guards you say you China for and I say any foreign or galamsey you didn't become me no me Thomasum na you the military for na start a forest reserves money there but yenyanchi will be or politically connected that omokoye galamsey yenim say tano ni miri forest the western region wuntumi ko wuremu as a political person a ko wuremu anu ni ho kwan se ko wuremu galamsey no guso kosonsuo na ni aye tan
me madwen ne say yen yare na meka ho asem no
emu ne he
ye ni ye koduru honhom.
Okay.
I think that's a major problem.
All right.
But the way I say no walk on no. Say abebo amem. Manfo anfo anu ankotutum. Na say wo kose ne walk on na minim say ebe. If you say president aka say onfo aso. Waka kire land minister say mamma akwanya bia obetimi de solve a problem. It's good enough. For Niema or no edison and news or SSY and way.
All right.
If he say me doing say, Sir, Galamsey, we shall ranty in ne maba igu hono. And they say, who you went free ho. Na watch it be a tomb near Dinina in the end, no. Send SSA and ya then ye koye. And I think the approach now, land minister in collaboration with the interior minister, Amafa Amo Kono. The only problem say they shouldn't relent.
Okay.
I know that is the I mean I think that is the key because once you keep doing it, you block all influences and you stay focused, you know. I think in the end we'll get it right. We are nyakasa bebre because you see niema yake nyina yaka na yabedu samri and then now there's a solution. But do you know say anytime you can do baby near theater. I remember Kalam say about first part man for kind I'm kind radio one of the guys graphic. After that point you couldn't hear from them anymore. But then the question becomes what happens in between those times. Media land minister and interior minister say one more asungu bibi aso. Now a Juma president de amawono one share sunu one year. So truly ebinu share at the point you know they will come out because also we could see your friends say yes who see a good amnemwa do the do baby those who are BP. But then coming about the punishment me feel say so be fini kromuba na so be bibi basabasa sa na china whatever stiff punishment as the moon back no bia no as what the moon back no and then nansa we na me boys na ye didi on common ye kan say and I shall one buy and I see a deported no
okoye no san pay kwan bi so san buy
and me bisa say one pa in crow baby see deported na ko do crow ma ye chew what you say now whatever
that's what's supposed to happen in China though.
And you know the question is, did she even get to China?
Say you deported no from China plane. I know
you go see no Togo say Benin no say Bibia and no san buy no all bands so no fa no fa buy.
So far from the buy.
So far from kwan no say immigration for post war.
Yeah.
So when you post crowd they should have intel that tells you when illegal people. You know, and no money nyina continue. We've learned from that thing. They shouldn't relent.
No, but do you believe say you do China for no answer because Chroma Galam say Niger for womb Nigeria for womb but China for no any dorsal pa. It is say ye chill more. Ufri say yem for mon ko na say yenjeli o mo Ghana.
Oh, and I make her say, okay, o che no. Si call the year Juman way. Near you see the bank account. And the assets, baby beer will be you could go through processes to get hold of them if it's an illegal thing I'm watching for. What I say. So it's not about just picking the person and dropping them out. What I say, and then also find, and sometimes you have to keep them till you are able to get all the other links and subsidiaries of the people around. But so often penal jano no ko 1 year no share or koba. Meanwhile, so remember that all bano. On feature and obey Ghana cake. On the Ghana for
and said Chroma mine a foreign and to me in your mines good like small scale mining.
And that is why I think say it should be equal punishment for both. Because why a young man when I sue o yam show ma say o man ni unsu ene o ma essay. When we then it is a 1 year idea. Then on the make me see a national ethics system SCC the back ni nipa drain esusu eye within the confines of common sense for the community no yem push what you say but so we Ghana ni na open so ma China be fini krumba said ubebisa said denti na ma basa yes so be on many of the time agreed sika when we no but pa nipa pa ne me pese me nkuminya ne sa ne menti ena ma sa nti sankrofo ba so twe na ese ye de ma wo because anki ye twe nkrofo so non pa ko no so ka ba bi at the source ni fi because who young boy be 20 bb out mo say way there is no way he will have money even to buy a car tire so no he's running an excavator. It comes from somewhere. Let's find the persons, let's find the people and deal with them. Because until CBS and the year and one group, you know, Speaker of Parliament said at that time, said, so who any parliamentarian or to say or be involved in such a thing now, he will make sure from or
but no.
Send the ABA no.
He will make sure so then.
No, he said he will make sure that those people are punished. What he has here, and I think that these are the things that has to go down there. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who. I think when the person is caught, the person has to be punished. Even if Sebita Fraje, they have the highest of echelon of people. Because the problem here, in the end, it's the people in the lower livelihood who will suffer more. Those who are up there can still import water. They can still go for their immune checks and all things like that. In the end, into me, that made me feel the land minister and interior minister. One tasso. Na inyiyemun men ye 9-day wonder men ye sania ebinma be ye ekono na emum no adwuma no wo ye no won hwehwe won a wo hye achi si wo manyae a wo me enche won na so ne bia se ye de ma won bia ye de ma won anyasa one day Ghanaians will stand to blame us because there bia ye can I see say agro but the overwhelming vote am de ma ye no it is something that we shouldn't take for granted. And people want to see results happening, and I believe His Excellency. So, no so GD, or no one more trans. I'm drinking. I'm say yeah reset. You know, reset. Bibi say na can. Enya no say na there be awo ye no. And no chere say me kwado me ma me na no beka. Ne ho nka. Ne yamfa correct asem no. Yeah. So what you say? Say NDC ni na no beka. Ne ho nka. Na man fa hu say. We mean
say dan ya ye bububu ni. Emfa ho ni nipa kro. Uko isi lebo na. Obi asi dan. Aye bridge na to nsuo no so na wasi dan na si nsuo no kwan mo Why should we have people doing that?
Wait, there are no whims about it. Well, because we can't reset the thing we want to set. Seriously, so you see, that be I'm doing say at the point. I'm doing say Adena San Crofina unsisa wunyina nkogu baby.
Nkofo ben.
One mo ye galam say no. Embrante ne mabano. Na this yem pet sikabi cry yemma won bibi ni yemma.
Omodoso.
They
run into hundreds of thousands of people.
They can even be a million. What you are saying? Because we want to solve a problem. Say, if these people are kept somewhere, the people who have the money, who have the excavators, what would they be doing? Now they will agitate. And we'll find them. And when you find them, you punish them. Because it may be the problem. Until I make us say the way they are going now, if one bemu obi anya we say I'm like give up, and they persist, and some of us will encourage them. Say it's in the right direction. They should keep doing it because say you so say bia ubet me aton so for a while, but after that then what?
No, but Okrah was uskano say your borehole and our 2 fee. Now all rely on Ghana Water Company Limited. Omon feed into me heavy metals in Frinsunum. Into the dry say skin near porous.
But say
so no cobble stream by
no, but say no crown after effect the same water now what borehole out to whatever. Said the whole land will be contaminated.
Yeah.
Saying nobody is free. Well, we should look at the better picture, any saving Ghana. And then let's work towards it and give them every support. What you said that the interior minister anyway, your friend is saying the lands minister. Because so far, me what I see, I'm okay.
You're okay,
and I think that they should not.
By China, they are not now.
The China, then they say, I keep saying, so America near chill, near be deported. See, yeah, what don't sapine never by me.
Yeah, what don't sapine.
Now we do Ghana and so on. See, baby, I ain't your first and you're now first because right away you don't call into custody.
Yeah,
what you say? You know, see, yeah, you to me and kind of trust akeke. There may be people
linking near my. Yeah, now you make sure say I buy now what China no. Say you deport you more crampo na.
And by so because you see most times you know as I say. So pakun was cast there on your quasi access or boca bibria still over person in Nisika. So I don't know. That is why I make us say the sanctions should be stiff. But in so doing, American CIA and NASA FBI will study you for a long time. And the day they'll come up on you, they will bet you bibia. And I think that's where our people should get to.
Okay.
What you say?
The interior minister and lands minister, no, they should be going towards that end.
It's a baby I saw sniffing here. One month's office, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000. Those who are spending the millions, when we are then investing in this, those are the ones they have to go after.
Okay.
By hook or crook.
Mate. Who constituents need the messages about my main king Samora Marshall essay Reverend Kwekwadu, the truth will help you achieve your goals and make Dansoman a better place. That's say Kafui Kwashe was say that's my honorable MP, the man whose victory brought happiness to the entire nation, and I believe you know why. So now go to Esla. Okay, Paul Amenosoji. I say good morning, Aiko. Yeah, that's Kimpin Eddie about. Say, please, can you ask Reverend what is going to be done for the gutter at Glefe? I think so. I can't want some that say one more air team now on my ABB. Please, the gutter is very important. Is this gutter? If this gutter is not done, the rain will keep causing problems in the area. I mean, I say Kimpin saw the some message, you know, and so it to me by way at TVXYZ at Facebook page, and so and I'm making kind of my interest and maybe many Power FM DNA. Patrick M. Ngedia was here. Good morning. Kofi Simon. See, those people representing us are not thinking right. How and why must IMF dictate to us? Okay, and upon common and papa there. Politicians are all the same. Maputo. Piesie. Mate. I'm going to matemi number. Eti Reverend Kwekwadu yedi common no AC, but who did you say Ira John Mahama Obebo Ghana won?
Oh, BGD.
Sa won. E dey na hu ye ntia e ma odwene sa.
Oh, say emra for instance emra ka say obey 60 ministers no.
Is there press ministers in the 60 crowd?
But he's working, and I doubt even the 4 will ever come.
They'll come. They have to come.
But say yes, I'll grab so if you are not part.
Okay.
You know, you look at the basic things are okay. 60 ministers was a lot of things, and Crawford feels that it was a hoax. But we share the way I watch it is working. We share the educational reforms. Our person energy sector. The way are Jinapono so assume our year when Juma share your friends are Greek honorable Opokunomo the way are intina may make us say so who will build do him own park on the
honorable Erikopoku the speed now Connie I know you
well because a Juma one the intino says so yeah necessary we are then
so that is what makes you
the choice of ministers one and they're all on the ground working. I mean, from regional ministers, you know, and in Rabakwa, Emma Meniji Okrah, Mr. Kodai, Kumase, we say Mayor Namafana.
Kinzuba,
Charlie, Oman for 14 days. You know,
they have to move. Se obi anam kwemu ho na opensu ato no onye bi okwanwa obi ura market ho.
That's right. You know,
so they should move.
And these are the kind of people and the vibes we want to feel when we're there. And then also, like we're saying, those has to be punished. You see, all Ghanaians, many constituents will be are looking for it too.
Yeah.
So one am I wrong? No? And that will be a wronger. Let's see the person being punished. Or be a papanso.
Okay.
Let's see the person being rewarded.
Mate. Committees based on our
or maybe we environmental science and technology. And I feel maybe ethics and standards.
Also for me that's say no pay. But how do you feel being also for outside politics?
It is very interesting, but it's a very dicey way into, you know, you always have to be steady. Well, because new be back and walk or kappa, some sunny befano. New be by your yepa or sunny befano. If so, friendly are friend, and so your ethics are denied.
Sorry,
maybe what priest and kings, the national ministry of
okay. Do you think, says the likes of some of you are more so for more parliament to a bit to me a boana ede? A certain sakraye bi a say yes politicians in Kanokre and this animal who say mobile to mania some impact be
we will do a little impact, but then the major plan is say like I always advocate in my program, the younger ones, the younger faith-based in Crawford who believe in truth and service, you know, they should also be encouraged. Because you know near culture and say politics a dirty game into man for own shame. Menfa uhu enkodom what you say, but now we've also come to see I'm fine one dom and but you know the funny thing, most Ghanaians are either of the Christian faith or the Islamic faith.
Yes.
Until we all have a faith-based but then how you distinguish yourself in the faith is what will make the difference. And I think when we get more of such people, it will be a plus for the nation.
Mate, I think you've said it well.
Yeah,
Honorable Reverend Dr. Kwekuado, Member of Parliament for Ablekuma West. Me da say sano pe ye frewo wo baaye. Eya tabre fi ha. Nkomode. Eti abusuafo ha na ye di dwumade ni nyina esie ewa ha. Ye Emmanuel Wusu na hye dwumade one ne nua Emmanuela Opoku. Omunyina omu initials EO. Ena Ralph Jampo enso na lead charge no TV on ne mrante Damase. Desmond so I supporting me with technical support and afi camera crew no William Sefa Prince na afi Francis Edemonso aba ono so ba be take over. K Nicholas and take over from me now. One of the Power Mid Morning air brewo. Madam was semene minua or enke obrempon e djumadi ni by happy birthday kese nkoma Madam Lydia na Kete we fru obaba nana ma bechi awo boase no de by nyankopon hira wo pa no nto nkwanemo mamudum birthday ne nyina muni access to yen ye nyankopon hira mo midin e di Piesie Okrah your boys prefect chief tankers honorable without constituency nyankopon bo a wo chena ye be sen have a beautiful day.